Welcome back to STS Podcast here at Eastwood Recording in Florence, Mississippi. My name is Scott Jones. I'm your host, and the man in your head is Kevin Williams. Tonight we have a special co-host. We have Mr. Morgan Stevens.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Morgan?
Welcome, Morgan.
What's up, brother? What's up?
Morgan's going to be joining the team, it looks like.
I think he's going to be joining the team. We're going to team up tonight on Clayton Pell. Finally, Clayton Pell.
Can you believe we actually got him here?
Clayton, say something.
I'm here. That's it. I'm here.
I'm not going to say anything, but I'm here.
Well, I mean, right before we started, I had an epiphany, and I just realized how long I've known Clayton Pell. Clayton Pell's been around the music scene for quite a while now. Clayton, I think probably
about 3 years.
3 years, maybe
3.5 going on August.
right. And you only play with one band, correct?
Just one.
And
Well, it's just a duo.
A duo? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's just you and an acoustic guy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Do you know every song written?
Never. I don't even know all the songs I play now.
You just fake it?
Fake it till you make it.
That's it.
Fake it to
That's
you.
what I'm talking about. I told Kim that today. He's like, man, as a bass player, it's only 4 fucking strings. You can just fake it.
Yes.
You know I'm kidding, right?
It's just, I'm not.
Relax, it's going to be okay. We don't bite.
It's like when
We got Morgan as a buffer tonight anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Morgan,
you know.
say something.
What's up? Something.
Hey, man. Morgan, go ahead and
Can you
tell
hear
Morgan.
me?
Tell Scott.
Well-
tell everybody about Morgan.
Well, Morgan here, yeah, he's a local musician. He's from
Not really local.
not really local, right? Well, local as far as in between,
I'm from where all the other musicians are from.
in between Morton and Meridian.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's
Exactly.
local.
All the real musicians, right?
Right.
The land where the water just spews out musicians.
It's the land of the lost.
I don't know what they put in it up there, but you drink the water and you're in a band, and a really good band. Play a lot of good music. I mean, I've heard
I
nothing but
do
great
drink a lot of
players.
water.
Morgan,
There.
tell us who you play with.
We play with Two Lane Highway. Actually, Clayton plays with us too. And
How about that? That's the only reason Clayton's here.
Is it really?
no. Clayton
Are you
plays with
si-
everybody, bro.
And Clayton's son, Matthew, was supposed to be here tonight, but that's just all I'm going to say.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I mean, things happen. We can have him on here. He's an accomplished drummer too.
Yeah, we wish he was here.
Yep.
Matthew, you should have been here, man.
Come to find out, I saw his little boy when he was little, didn't I? Clayton.
You did.
You don't
What-
remember
what
that,
did you
do
say?
you?
I do not, bro. I do not. I've probably had a lot of drinks since then.
You had a lot of drinks since then?
Probably.
You played in a lot of bands since then. Now, that was like,
A lot of songs.
Probably, yeah.
You even jammed with me a couple times.
Couple times, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I did that.
I don't remember why it didn't keep going, but
Time?
probably because we sucked or something. I don't know.
No.
five other bands needed him.
Probably.
Probably.
I think the first time I showed up to sing your jam, y'all did YYZ, and I was like, how in the hell can I do that?
Well, it's
Yeah,
only
so-
4 strings.
Yeah.
Kevin's
You're right.
I absolutely just love to go see Kevin play because he always played Rush. I loved. Not many people would play Rush live. He would do it.
Not and do it good.
Well, right, okay, I'll give you that.
Are you saying I didn't do it good?
No,
No,
you
you
did.
did. Yeah.
It's the
Oh,
other
oh,
assholes we're talking about. Yeah.
Well, sometimes I'll watch a video and I'm like, ooh, that's not good.
Oh, you're going to be your biggest critic.
I am.
I mean-
there's no doubt I am.
Everybody.
I am.
Well, I mean, so anyway, right now your project is with Morgan.
We've got
do
a
have
couple
project.
going on.
Yeah, Two Lane Highway is that band. Kind of reworking it from what it was last year. And I've got several other projects. I think the singer on one of my projects was on here a little while back. Billy Allen from Emergency 9.
Oh,
Yeah, he's kind of like you. He's like, who hasn't he played with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and there's a couple more. Some country, some rock, mostly rock. But yeah. So there's that.
played a little country.
We play a lot of country.
Okay.
Well, Two Lane Highway
You-
plays all country, don't it?
We play a little bit of rock.
A little bit of rock.
We're
yeah.
playing a lot more rock this year.
What rock songs are you doing? Or what? Give us an example.
This year? Or what have we done?
Rock song wise, it don't matter.
Let's go some standard stuff. I mean, not like the standards like I don't know, some Three Doors Down and
Okay, cool.
ish type stuff.
Yeah, because rock means a lot of things to a lot of people, so I didn't know if it would be the same thing I was thinking.
Well, you'll hear
Some
different
people it's the
stuff.
devil.
You heard some different stuff this year. Maybe like some Alice in Chains.
There you go.
Maybe so. Maybe.
One of my favorites.
Maybe a little pop,
A little pop wouldn't
Britney
hurt.
A
Spears
little
or what?
rap.
a little rap. Yeah, man, just some different stuff.
Morgan, you're rapping?
Not so much.
Not so much me.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Clayton, you're rapping.
No.
No, never.
Definitely not Clayton.
No, no.
You ever get the feeling they're hiding
Clayton-
something from us, Kevin?
We got something in the mix. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Clayton only has a microphone, though, to order shots. So
Hey,
Well,
I've
that's
heard,
true
I've
in
heard
any
that
band.
before. I've heard that
That's
before.
every band he plays in.
I was just fixing to ask Clayton, when you go to the microphone and it looks like you're singing, are you actually
no.
doing
I am,
anything?
but they turn me down in the PA because I'm not a good singer.
I know some other
Do you
people
ever like
that.
just say something just off the chart just to make sure
Yeah,
they're
he
doing
does.
it?
Can I get a Bud Light?
No, I don't drink beer. Mm-mm.
Oh, I
told you,
can I-
it's shots.
Right.
That
It's
beer's
only
bad.
shots.
Beer bad.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
drink no
between
beer.
songs, I will say something just to see if I can hear myself.
Like, I like this kind of shot. I like that kind of shot.
No Fireball.
Yeah.
Not anymore. What happened to the Fireball? You used to like Fireball.
It was probably way too much Fireball. If I had, same with Jaeger back then, but then Jaeger's kind of
I've seen
coming
you
back
drink
around.
a lot of Jaeger.
Yeah.
Jim Cobb gave me way too much Fireball one time, and I can't do it no more.
Mm-mm. I will turn down a Fireball shot.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many other shots, but Fireball is one that I will. Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I didn't say I turned down the shot. I just said just gonna. Oh, you will.
No, I will.
He
Oh,
turned
wow.
it away, he said.
Yeah.
Wow, you've really matured too.
I mean, did something happen and you're just like, I
That's
can't
all,
do
man.
Fireball anymore?
No. I just can't stand the smell of it.
I mean, do you? I mean, I'm not calling you like an alcoholic or anything, but yeah,
I mean, I don't drink no more
you don't drink anymore
or less.
or less. Okay, well,
So it's all the same then.
About the same.
answers that question.
That's pretty good.
Where the hell's my flamingos? I mean, do you like to have a few shots before you go on stage, or is that a routine? You do the same thing, like I need this before I go on stage. I want to do this. I know.
While
it's-
he's on stage, before.
After, yeah.
you
Loosen up
have
just
a
little bit.
ritual.
No, just
You just get up there
shots.
and do it.
Yeah.
I was wondering. Well,
Just gotta loosen up just a
I
little
know
bit.
one time you didn't have a ritual when I was working at Ameristar, and I'm trying to think who the band it was that needed a bass player, and they didn't have one. And you were playing like at Shuckers.
I do remember that.
And you got off in time to drive an hour to make it to their second set.
That was Burnham Road.
Burnham Road. That's it. That's it. And I was like, man, I just set the bass up for the other guy and just hope for the best, Man, you like a true professional, bro. You just walk right in there, put your stuff in there. We did it on the fly, and it was right on.
I think I showed up when they was starting their break, and then by the time the second set, I was
We just hit
ready
your
to go.
gain a little bit, checked your gain a little bit, and rolled, man.
Yeah, it happens like that.
Yeah. That was really cool. I thought that was really. I would like to be a part of that process with you, man. Other than the process when I first met you that time, though, But we ain't talked about that yet.
Where did y'all meet? Where did y'all meet the first time?
At his house.
You went to his house?
Oh yeah.
Didn't know him?
Didn't know him at all.
You just showed up. I think I'm gonna stop here.
Yep. I got a guitar. I'm gonna stop here and I'm gonna see if this fucker let me play with him. I think they put an ad in the paper. I think they put an ad in the paper because I think you had to back then. There's no Facebook, nothing like
No
that.
Facebook, no.
Because I
nothing
wouldn't have
like
known
that.
you. I wouldn't have known anything else. And it's like, and my first question was, and this is one of my first questions. Why did I do that? This is my first. Hey, look, I don't ask questions. My first question. Well, I do ask questions. My first question was, do y'all play any, standard tuning? What tuning do you play in a drop D? What do you play? And he goes, no, we're not going to play any drop tuning. We're just going to play standard today. And I was like, okay.
That don't sound like Clayton.
Well,
It was a long time ago.
this was like
apparently.
1997. And so I had a Floyd Rose guitar. It was locked down. I couldn't drop down in a D in it, right? And so one of the third songs that we play, I get over there, introduce myself, and they're like, I don't know. And he asked me like if I was a Fed or some shit like that, or at the roads, like real paranoid about weed and shit, because they were like smoking weed in there. And it's like really paranoid. They didn't know who I was because I had kind of long hair, but I was kind of clean cut looking too. Like, who is this cat, from Jackson? We never heard of him.
West Jackson.
I was from West Jackson. Well, at that point, yeah.
I do not remember this dude.
And so I come in there and I'm playing, and we played a song, and it was a drop D song. I was like, motherfucker, man. But I knew what to do. I just kind of improvised and just went to a D somewhere else on the guitar, And then y'all thought I was a Fed and said, y'all never called me back. Yeah.
Huh.
And I remember the driveway and everything, man. I know exactly. I can take you to that house right now, I bet.
I'm gonna have to think about who that
We put
band
some songs.
was.
We were fun. You know, we had a good time. We played. I had a hot rod Fender Strat, and I played through like a Fender Ultra Course. It was like some solid state amp or some crap.
I think I've got one of those amps.
Yeah, not too bad. It's cool.
It's probably Scott's.
Yeah, he probably kept it.
No.
But we sure did, yeah. And all these years said he looks just like that guy, but he can't be that old. I say, because Clayton, he's only like, 42 years old or something, you know? And now I find out that we're within a year of each other. That was you, man. And I just told you where you lived, right?
You did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever,
Long time ago.
Yeah, for whatever reason. And honestly, to tell you the truth, man, you know,
We probably sucked and you didn't want to come back over there to jam. That's probably what it was.
no, I didn't say that. I was the first time I was playing around a bunch of old guys who played rhythm and blues, and I just stepped outside of them to find a band outside them. So my chops were kind of up a little bit, but only in the rhythm and blues. And so the stuff y'all were playing was like on the edge of what I was learning and stuff, you know. So I'm not sure if I was any good either. And then the other ad come through with those other guys I was telling you about, and I went and played with them, and that was all right. They reformed later with a guy named Throgmorton, Danny Throgmorton. They reformed with him, and me and him joined that band. That's where I met Danny Ray.
Danny Ray, okay.
And me and him, and we worked really good in that band. I loved playing with him. He had all original music. I learned how to play different stuff. It was cool. And then one day he was like, "This is shit. I'm leaving." I said, "I'm leaving too." He said, "We got to get the fuck out of here." And one thing led to another, and his life went another direction, and mine did too. I've always wanted to get back together and do any playing with him if I ever could.
I hadn't seen him in a year or so, it seems like.
It's been about that while too. He lived somewhere out where I was living in Raymond somewhere. We would stop at the same store on our way home and see each other. But yeah, he was a good guy. But if that makes any sense to you, maybe not. Okay. Sorry you're pickled. Sorry you pickled your brain. I was over at your house, played guitar. If you didn't like me, tell me to get the fuck out. You're bad. We don't trust you.
Clayton, tell us, how many bands are you playing with right now?
Like full time?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Let's call it 3.
That's all?
That sounds like a good number.
Is it a real number?
I like 3.
It is a real number. It's been around for a long
Is
time.
it the truth?
It's not the loneliest number.
It ain't the longest
No,
number.
it's not.
No. Yeah, we can call it 4. Let's go 4.
He can't count,
Okay.
can he? Is that what it really is? He can't count and he just don't know.
Well, sometimes you just kind of push for the truth.
He can't count.
All right. So full time, 4 bands.
Yes.
How many part time bands?
Depends on who calls.
Oh, so that's always varying then.
Yeah, it's always varying. I mean, I may get a text message or something. Hey, man, I need a bass player for, so-and-so date. Are you booked? And if I'm not, I'll put it on the calendar and I'll go play with whoever it may be.
And it don't matter if you know their material or not.
Exactly, yeah.
Played with us.
Do you have them tell you like what key does this start in or anything?
Yeah, so like when I play with, when I fill in with Spunk Monkeys, I mean, I've got a song list and they'll kind of tell me what key or, when I first started playing with Morgan, what key it was. But yeah, for the most part, it's they'll tell me what key, but if it's just standard stuff, then it's just the key that it's in, I guess.
So do you keep?
That sounds like
You playing a 4-string or 5-string?
5.
Okay. You keep. What do you tune down to?
When I play mostly half step down, so E flat.
I like you a lot. Like you a lot better now.
Oh well, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you keep like your?
That standard tuning sucks.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you got to make it hard, man. Half step down all the way.
Yeah, for a lot of different reasons.
Unless you're Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Then
Well, you
go
got
whole
backing
step.
tracks if you're Motley Crue and just hire a real guitarist.
Well, if you're Motley Crue, that you do.
If frogs had wings, they wouldn't bump their butt when they hop. Well, what are you talking about that for? I digress. I've been wanting to say that all night.
Yeah, you have.
We
I'm
have
sorry,
no
Morgan. Go
idea
ahead.
where that came from.
I don't know.
He was talking about digressing earlier.
Yeah, I was digressing earlier. I wiped though. Go ahead.
Right.
Wow.
So what was the question?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Morgan, you might
Thanks,
ought to
Scott.
take over right about now.
No, he was
Yeah,
saying,
this is your choice. This is your
asking you about
chance.
how many bands you were playing with and the keys of, if you knew the keys or whatever.
Well, we
but I
kind of
mean-
got past that, but he was talking about tuning something.
Oh,
yeah, I was just
what
asking
tuned
where
down
you were
to.
tuned. Like,
Yeah.
how did you tune that 5-string?
Oh, the top string would be a B.
So you tuned down to B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody
As
asking
in-
why you play so many strings.
I don't
Yeah,
play as
well-
many strings as Kevin does.
Yeah, I got one more than you, man.
He's got
Exactly.
a point. Wow, he has a point.
But I play them all at the same time most of the time.
But mine's way big fatter.
Well, that's true, and my fingers don't work on bass.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have some big fat ass fingers for bass.
You've played bass.
Huh?
You play bass.
I have played bass. Yes. I don't like it. I mean, I like it. I just my fingers don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Same with mine on the guitar. Mm-mm.
Yep. Probably feels like
Razor blades.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what the description is for me on bass. I can remember, like, years ago, I played in the church orchestra, and we had, violins and piano and all that stuff. And somehow I got conned into playing bass. And I go in there, for like the first rehearsal, and they stick some sheet music in front of me, and I'm like, oh, shit,
Oh, yeah. Mm-mm.
this ain't going to work.
Nope.
And luckily I was sitting by the piano player, and I'm like, what key does this start in? And she says, this is in C sharp. And I'm like, oh no, this is just messed up.
Can't follow the dots.
This is messed up. I got used to it. I got through it.
So, Clayton, how did you become the bass player of Jackson, Mississippi?
I'm not the best. Well, I'll tell you the story. So, Kevin, when you was coming up, did you want to be a bass player? Or Scott, did you want to be a bass player?
Did I want to?
Yeah.
No, I took the
No.
job over because there was too many. There was 3 guitarists in a band, and somebody had to play bass.
But everybody
I
wanted
did
to play
enjoy it,
guitar.
Actually, I started
Everybody wanted to play bass.
I started out with drums.
Huh.
And then I couldn't get my parents to buy me a real drum set because it made too much damn
They're
noise.
loud, yeah.
So then they got me an acoustic guitar, but I was really into the Kiss thing back, like a Kiss Alive 1 and 2.
Mm.
And I love the Gene Simmons, the Spitting Blood and Blowing Fire and that kind of stuff. So I was like, I
Satan,
want to be
I
a bass player. So I'd play the top 4 strings of my acoustic guitar to it.
But nobody wants to be a bass player, do you? Everybody
It's a
wants to
garbage
play
can
guitar.
job.
So.
Well, then I got fond of the Ace Frehley, the smoking guitar, the Les Paul and stuff. And then it was all over.
So what you saying? Nobody wanted to, but you did. And you're one of those weird people. Like I really grew. I was born and wanted to be a bass player.
I guess so, yeah. That's how it happened. Actually, my brother ended up with a bass guitar and a little amp for Christmas one year when he was like 10 or 11. And I ended up getting it from him and started playing. And that was when I was probably 18-ish. And yeah, just went with it from there.
A pure bass player. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I got thrown the job one time. We had 2 other guitarists in the band, And I love playing with the guys. They're great friends of mine. They're not even with us anymore. But I switched over to bass just so it happened, And it was fun. It was really fun. I miss it. I've been wanting to buy one lately. And I tell you, I want Joey's brown bass. And he knows it. Joey Tannehill, don't forget to put me in your will. My liver is in better shape than yours is. A lot better shape than yours is. Put me in
I
your
was
will. You
gonna
know
say,
how much I want that bass guitar.
I was going to say, Scott, you're a lot older than he is.
Not my
that's
liver.
gonna be, that will's going to be null and void.
I
Digress.
yes.
Thanks, Morgan.
Never mind.
So, Clayton, how old were you when you started?
18-ish.
Really?
Something like
Man,
that.
You started late.
Late bloomer, yeah. Yeah.
He didn't need a bass guitar to get him.
How long before you first gig?
First paying gig?
Yeah.
No.
No, we don't do paying gigs here.
Your first house party.
Yeah,
first house
backyard
party.
garage party. Everybody showed up at the house.
Yeah. I did a bunch of those in high school.
A week after
21-ish.
a week after I showed up for a job at his place, and he fired me before I even got started.
And okay, so you did your first one at 21.
Yeah, something like that. It sounds.
Your first kind of public appearance,
No,
even
that
though it
don't-
may have been a house or something.
That don't even sound right. I guess it is.
That's
yeah,
only
something
3
like that.
years. That's only
Yeah,
3
yeah,
years
out
of
of high
learning your
school?
instrument.
But I got decades confused.
You were
But
out of
yeah,
high school?
probably 21. Huh? Yeah.
He
Out
said
of high
that.
school?
Yeah.
Dang. You didn't play in high school?
No.
Huh.
Mm-mm.
No bands. in
Yeah,
high
you
school,
done
no?
graduated when
He
you
didn't
started
play-
playing, huh?
No, he got kicked out.
I was out of high school. How about that?
He didn't play at all in high school. No, he got kicked out of recess because he didn't play.
Mhm.
Rate your
Yeah.
bass playing at 21.
That's an old dad joke.
On a
Isn't it?
scale of
Yeah, sorry, Morgan.
1 to 10,
I'm an idiot.
how was your bass playing at 21?
Not good.
Okay,
Mhm.
rate it.
One being good, 10 being not so good.
Well, I was thinking the other way.
Okay, so
Most
10
people
being
do.
good, 1 being not so good, probably a 3
3?
or 4.
Really?
What have you graduated to?
10 and a half.
Oh, probably a 5 or a 6 at least.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
But you are your own worst critic, so.
Yeah, thanks for stealing my line. Yeah, go ahead. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I called it.
I ain't talking to you.
Yeah, me neither.
Mister, I got a face for radio.
Yeah, I'm not talking to you either. Somebody's got to figure out these buttons in here.
You ain't lying.
Mhm.
So what was the first bass
ain't
guitar
me.
you got?
Well, I got mine about a year ago. No.
What'd
Oh,
you
you're
get?
talking to Clayton?
Yeah,
What'd you
thanks,
get?
Kevin.
Okay.
What'd
We
you get,
spent-
Kevin?
All this time we've been trying to get him on here, and we're going to have a conversation, Kevin.
Yeah, we're not even going to include Clayton.
Yeah.
It was a PVT
We've got a
40.
co-host to ignore. It's great.
It's a PVT 40.
You had a T40?
I did.
You still
I
got
had-
it?
No.
I had
Damn.
the
That something was
T60
heavy.
guitar.
I had one too.
T60 guitar.
Was it heavy?
Yeah.
Yes.
It weighed. It was
God.
pine,
But you
and
know
it weighed
what?
like a Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Those
yeah.
guitars were
Wait, like-
actually, they were ugly
Yeah, it's about
as
the
sin.
same hand. You
But
know,
it sounded good.
You're
The
picking the
T60s were
Volkswagen?
terrible looking guitars, but they were awesome. They sounded great.
Yep.
I wish I had mine back.
An old pine guitar.
I don't remember it being pine.
Now,
though.
mine was natural pine guitar.
Pine?
Yep.
I don't
Mine
remember
was-
it being pine.
Mine
Yeah,
was a
I think they
natural-
made them
I'm
out of
fixing to
two
Google
different. I think they made them out of two different woods.
Mine was a natural finish.
Mine was a natural
was
finish
mine.
too. I was thinking it was
All right,
pine.
I'm fixing to Google this.
I don't know what the.
Okay,
what the
prove
what
me
was
wrong
on.
in front of God and everybody in the
PVT
camera.
made
I
out
know
of.
I'm
I
wrong.
thought you was wrong
Shoot
before.
me
Justice.
before I come over to your house and met you, or what?
Oh, dude.
Wow.
It was made out of alder.
I get alder.
Yeah.
Really? You sure
Maple.
you sure there wasn't a secondary wood?
Well,
Alder, or you could get it in.
Probably just alder.
the T60's body was made from solid alder. Yeah, because they were heavy as sin.
Oh, yes.
Of course, pine's heavy too.
Yeah.
The T40 was heavy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Regard-
that's a
regardless-
bass
Regardless,
guitar.
it's like picking up a Volkswagen. There's no good way to do it by yourself.
Mm-mm.
It also has
You
two
like that,
super
Morgan?
ferrite pickups. Okay.
How about that or big girl? Same
The cool
difference.
thing about a T60 is when you hit the switch, it had an out of phase sound to it.
I like them.
Do you?
I guess.
They say they keep you warm in the wintertime.
I have no idea.
What are y'all talking about?
Nothing.
We were talking about PV guitars. Now what are you
Well,
talking about?
Well, it turned.
guitars, yeah.
Well, it went from PV guitars to Volkswagens to the larger women and all that
Isn't
that we
this show
love.
supposed to be with Clayton?
It is.
Well, it
I'm
was,
here.
but
I'm
He's here. He said he was nervous to be here. We're just warming him up.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
We're not.
He's been talked about so much on every other like podcast
Yeah.
before this that
Right,
like it was
right.
nervous. Like he had to
Oh, yeah,
like
we-
live up to the hype. You know.
Yeah, I keep feeling like I want to talk about Clayton, but then I have to think, wait a minute, he's in there.
Yeah.
He's in the studio
He's
tonight,
actually here.
and he has nothing to say.
I'm a man of a few words.
Yeah, he doesn't really say a whole lot. Even at gigs and
He's
stuff,
quiet,
he's just
yeah.
like, bruh,
He's like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
a lot,
That's
bruh.
all
Want
it
a
takes,
shot?
bro.
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
says
I'm
let-
down with a shot.
And then
says
he
little-
answers when somebody says, "Do you want a shot?" He's like, "Yes," and then he tells them what kind. Sometimes,
I used to tell him just no fireball.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they bring him whatever.
Whatever.
They bring him
Lemon
some fireball.
drops. They bring him Vegas bombs.
Tequila.
Yeah, tequila.
To kill you.
The Jameson stuff.
Yeah,
The tee shots. All that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he drinks all them.
I'm getting drunk just listening to all that.
And I can smell
I'm
it.
telling you, he only has the mic to order shots. That's his favorite thing about the music is the
Yeah.
shots.
Billy used that for Yancey. He's only got a microphone so he can order drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it.
I think
I like
Billy
it.
said that his
I know a lot
whole
of them like
crew only had microphones to order drinks.
Right.
That they were told not to sing.
Right.
No, we never was told. We just don't cut us up, when we're singing.
Yeah, I love Yancey, but
How
I
much
don't
of that
know
is
I wanna
Billy
hear him
just
sing.
wanting all the spotlight too?
To what?
How's that a little bit of Billy just wanting all the spotlight too?
Well, the blue mohawk,
Well, he's got MK now, so that spotlight's gone.
He don't need to try.
Well,
He's just he is.
he's got a spotlight on him.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious. You know when he's in the room for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But when he does that music and that he looks the part, does it perfectly. I don't even like listening to Bush and those groups, but I want to hear. But I want to hear it. I want to hear Billy freaking do it.
He does a
That's
good
no
job
lie.
at it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, really good.
Have you heard him do any Milli Vanilli?
I think so.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
That's a
heard him
stupid
doing
joke,
Milli
really.
Vanilli.
Is that a joke I didn't get? Or does he really do Milli Vanilli? Milli Vanilli didn't even
that may have been
sing.
over your head.
Yeah, man. Oh, I get it now.
Okay, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
We've had a great show.
Yes.
I was waiting for my buddy to say digress, but
Hey, Morgan, jump in anytime you want to save this show.
He
save this show. You
he's
hear that?
digressed like 15 times already. So,
He's a digressor.
so Clayton, where can people see you playing soon?
Well, we're going to play with 2-Lane Highway.
February 1st, I'm somewhere. Mudbugs with, I think Dressed in Black is where I am. Mudbugs.
Is that a Kiss? Is that a Kiss tribute?
No.
No, that's Dressed to Kill. Never mind.
Dressed to Kill, yeah. It's a mostly country band.
Oh,
We do a little rock. We do some Dire Straits.
I have
and
not
some
heard of
stuff
this
like
Dressed
that.
in Black.
who's in this band?
That's with Chris Sanders and
Joey
Joey Massey
Massey,
and
Mary Mack.
Yeah,
And Sparky.
yeah, they're good.
Where's Mudbugs at?
Chris Sanders is the only one. I know.
471, or is that on?
No, 042. I'm not sure exactly where it is. Never been there, but
It's in Brandon.
042.
042.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down there by
It's kind of like 073.
Kinda.
Jenna Benez and all that. Kind of by the
Okay, so down by the square.
yeah. What's that? Down below the dungeon or whatever. I can't remember the name.
Is that
of it.
hell?
No. The old jail. The
Yeah.
The
I played there
Gallows,
one time.
the
The
Gallows.
Gallows. Yeah,
Yes,
I played
yes,
there
yes,
one
yes,
time.
it's like down there, like behind everything, around there, like that.
I should have recognized 042. That's my freaking zip code.
Exactly, Scott.
Duh.
Everything's going over the head today. Huh?
Wow.
Yep.
Imagine that.
He's a taller chair.
You know what 922 is?
That was my prefix of my phone number.
Exactly.
You still remember yours?
Absolutely.
I called mine about 2-3 years ago.
922-2201.
Mine was 922-3447.
What is this?
Our phone numbers.
Phone number.
We used to have to
From
remember
West
phone
Jackson.
numbers.
That was a 4601.
Yeah.
Back in the day, of course, you didn't have an area code
Well, you
that you
didn't
had
have
to
to
deal with,
put it-
unless
yeah,
you dialed 9.
I remember that.
The freaking
Long
phone was
distance.
attached to the wall.
But
Yeah.
you know, if somebody lived in Clinton, they were 924.
Right.
That was also long distance from Jackson
Yeah.
So Clayton,
At
tell
least
us,
at one time it was.
at one time. Yeah.
tell us your favorite night playing music.
Oh boy, are we changing the subject here or what?
Well, this
Morgan?
is
wow,
Clayton's
we got-
show right here.
We're talking about important shit here.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even answer that, dude.
Okay. You don't remember a
no.
night that just stands out like automatically, like some wild shit happened?
Some woman.
No.
I mean, I know you're with somebody now. I don't. I'm not trying to start nothing.
No, nothing comes to mind, honestly. Just get out and play music and pack up and go to the house.
No wild stuff, huh?
Uh-uh.
Even when you were younger, no crazy
No
stuff?
backstage antics or anything.
No.
How do you feel about Shatterframe getting back together?
I wish it would happen, but I don't
they
think it's
getting back
gonna
together?
happen. No,
Oh, okay.
probably not. I mean, it's that would be all up on Monkey, but I'm thinking he's out of it.
You thinking he's done?
I think he is.
Man,
How old is Monkey?
I'm about to say mid-40s.
Oh, he ain't done. He's gonna have another round because I've been there.
He's holding that couch down, after work, but that's about all he does.
Yeah, but you
Man,
can still
I-
hold that couch down and still play.
Man, I hope
Yeah.
he's doing whatever he needs to do, man. I like that dude.
Yeah.
If he has to take a break for a while, man, so
I
be it.
get
Shit,
it.
I took
I-
a 17-year break and
yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, I was so happy for you to come back too, Kevin. I told you all during those years to come back anyways. Like, when you gonna
Yeah.
come back and play?
I honestly,
I'll never come back and play. I'm never gonna do that again.
yeah, I really did not think I'd ever play again.
Don't ever
I thought I
say
was done.
die.
Had to change the strings on all 30 guitars.
Oh man.
Well, if you went in there and played them, you'd be like, you ain't changed them on none of them
Except one.
except one or about two. Only the ones I play most of the time.
Yeah, but
By the way, a lot
I'd
of
love
these
to
are
see
for
y'all play
sale.
again. Really?
Watch my Facebook.
I think did Levi buy one?
Sure did.
I thought he
He
did.
did.
Mm-hmm. Thought he
He
did.
did.
He bought the perfect guitar. He needed that guitar.
it was perfect.
He
for him.
needed it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty bad.
And that was,
dude.
I'm gonna tell you what, that was, and that was a badass guitar.
Yeah.
If the only problem I had with it, I probably would have kept it if it wasn't the Bumblebee. Because anytime I played it live, I felt like people were looking at me going, "Oh, they're free to play some Van Halen."
Exactly.
You know, I'm like, no. I was playing it on other stuff. Hell, I was playing it on Lunatic Fringe. You know, and it just looks weird playing that live.
I can see that. Yeah.
I'm not that kind of guitar player.
So you play mostly rock
Yes.
that you would like to play.
Just whatever. I mean, I can play just about anything except for like jazz.
Shit, just play the wrong notes and you're playing jazz.
Yeah. I mean, but I do play a lot of country.
But you'd rather play rock?
Yeah, rock's where I started at.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What else
Kind
is
of
there?
home ground, huh?
Yeah. And metal. I mean, I've played some metal over the years,
What
but
kind of
there's nowhere around here to play metal.
rock? Oh yeah.
No.
Nah.
I mean, there's not.
And
really
there's some big metal bands around here,
Yeah.
There's not really a
Some
venue.
great
but there's no
metal bands right
venue
here.
really
Yeah.
for them.
No.
Yeah, honestly.
maybe the amphitheater for some big people, but
Well, I'm talking about local bands.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some great local heavy rock bands around here that are doing all original, and they ain't got
there's-
nowhere to really play.
There's some stuff on the coast though.
Yeah, but I mean locally here.
right.
Yeah.
But no,
I mean,
don't-
Black Axes, they had that thing several weeks ago with some original bands, but
That was like they used to do an open mic on Sundays. I think they did that with like a singer-songwriter day or something. I wish I would have gone. And all
did the
intentions, at least wanted to try to go see Pistol Black, but I'm sorry I wasn't able to make it.
that's a talented dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have him on the team too.
Yeah.
We still need one or two more.
Right. Because
Clayton
Lord knows
did
y'all don't
sound
need any
there.
more means you got.
Hey, Clayton, you want to host a podcast?
No.
We barely got him on here.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No.
Hey, try this, Clayton. Hey, welcome to the STS Podcast.
Nope. Not gonna do it.
If you can do that, you got it made.
Nope.
Nope.
Y'all will catch hell getting me to say something now.
Yeah, I know. We're having a hard time getting you to talk.
I know. I ain't.
Well, tell me, how about talk about your car you got, your hearse? You didn't bring your hearse tonight. We really wanted to take a ride in it. I've never been
didn't.
riding.
It's been sitting for the battery's dead on it, and I got a
Battery's dead on the
yeah,
hearse.
because I ain't cranked it up in a while, but I'm gonna get it back out this summer and ride in it a little bit. I think.
That'd be nice. Can I go for a ride? I want to ride in
Yeah,
it.
yeah, anytime, bro.
Yeah, you always told me that.
You gonna
I'm
ride in the
gonna take you wherever he wants me to. I want to ride in style with him up front, saying, "Yeah, I'm with this dude."
Do you drive that everywhere? Well, like during the summer, do you drive it everywhere, like hauling your equipment and stuff?
I used to, and then I got more and more equipment, so I had to buy a truck to pull a trailer with. But
Shit happens.
but yeah, I mean, I've loaded up in it to go to Auburn, Alabama, and play a gig. So I throw my guitar and amps in the back, and hit the road.
And this was an actual hearse that obviously did its time, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
hauled the
Does it ever give you creepy feelings or anything?
No,
Not even in the beginning?
not even a little bit.
Really?
Mm-mm. I've wanted one for like 40 years though, and
This
finally
the
got
first one
this
you
one
had?
about Mm-hmm.
What model is it?
87 Cadillac.
87. How many miles is on it? It can't be many.
Like 105,000, I think now. I think it had like 89,000 miles on it when I got it.
And when was that?
Probably 3 or 4 years ago.
So that's 80. I can't even do the math.
That's because you went to Magnolia Academy like
yeah.
I did.
Well, that and ADD and
What
Jim
year
Beam.
did you say it was?
87.
89 would be 35, so 37.
Shit, that was quick.
Shit.
Did he pull out his calculator?
He did
No,
not.
he just looked at
He's
him
got
and
his
asked
shoes
him,
off,
and
though.
I saw his eyes glint behind his shades, and bam!
I think that's right.
You tell me you're gonna bring someone here and you
30.
math?
39 years old.
Are you
I
doing
can't
Common Core?
count to 21 without pulling my pants down.
I'm not even sure what the significance of that is.
Tell people about the two shoes. What made you start doing the two
Thanks,
shoes?
Morgan.
Well, he's got 2 feet.
Exactly. Yeah, I've got a right shoe and a left shoe.
Uh-huh.
They just don't ever match.
I think what Morgan's
that's-
talking about is the different color shoes.
Right.
I don't know what started that. I think I started it probably, I don't know, could have been 20 years ago. Probably not 20 years ago.
Says the guy with the Cheap Trick shoes on.
I mean, yeah. I
He
don't
didn't know
know.
Cheap Trick is. Like, what? I'm only
don't know
20.
Cheap
I'm only
Trick
21
is?
years old.
I've heard them, but I don't necessarily like. I couldn't tell you what they sing.
Oh, I bet you there's a gazillion song. If you heard them, you would not even know it's them.
His name is Rick
You're like,
Nelson.
oh, that's Cheap Trick.
And and outside Pete Townsend, he's probably one of the better
Police.
rhythm guitarists you'll ever know. You know, great rhythm guitarist. I don't know if he can play lead at all, but he can play some great rhythm.
He can
But
play
why
lead
did
if
it-
you want to call it that.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Pete Townsend, I mean, they're not known for, they're not lead guitar players.
No, but
you know,
that-
but
but
they're
you-
great,
They're
solid
perfect.
rhythm.
They're perfect for what they do.
Yeah, exactly in the pocket what they need.
You don't have
Speaking
to be
of
a great musician to be in a great band and be a very
You don't have to be a great host to do a podcast. I mean, I'm
well, that's
perfect.
obvious.
Yeah, I'm a
But-
perfect example of that crap.
Yeah, and of course that's another reason I sit behind the camera.
Yeah, and we have a new co-host because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, he's got a
Hey.
face for podcast.
He does have a face for podcasts. That's why he's in front of the camera.
Smile at the camera, Morgan.
Yay, look at that.
And he's got that-
wait.
He's got that really
So
cool name too.
why did you start the two shoes?
There you go. Back to the point of why we were here.
I think it started, I had a bunch of different Converse, and I think it was coming up to some holiday like Christmas, and I had a red one and a green one. Like, well, why not? So, well, I just kind of took off from there. It was probably, I don't know, 15
So do you have
years
to
ago.
buy like 2 pairs of shoes to get 2 different colors?
Yes. But, they had a sale, a month or so ago, like 50% off. So I got like 14 shoes.
50?
50.
50%?
Is it always Converse?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, Converse.
So no
is the only
Nikes
one
or
he
anything
doesn't
like
wear.
No, I ain't never owned any Nikes. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
And then he wears the graphic tees as well.
Mhm.
And you have a graphic tee about a hearse. I'm trying to remember what it says.
Ooh, what does it say?
Support
even-
your local hearse
Nah, I
group
don't-
or something.
No, I can't remember what it was.
Doing for their same room temperature?
I don't.
What?
No, Monty
Who
got
said
me
that?
that shirt in North Carolina and brought it down to me. Monty Montgomery. What the hell is it?
Monty
say?
Montgomery? Monty, do I know Monty?
Monty.
He
had
owns
behind
the-
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
Mhm.
Yeah, good guy.
Uh,
yeah.
Then yes, you do know him.
He moved off though, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he comes back every once in a while.
Mhm.
He's still
Hardcore Hearse Club. That's
yeah,
what it was.
yeah. I know it's something about a
Yeah,
club.
Hardcore.
So it's sort of like a Jeep club then.
Kind of, yeah, except with hearses.
HC.
Except you don't go off road.
No. Mm-mm. Only once.
That's a weird
Hardcore Hearse Club.
acronym.
Accident?
Triple H.
Was doing a sound
Triple
gig, had
HC.
everything loaded in the hearse, and had to go off road to where the gig was, and it started raining.
Hardcore hearse.
Was there
Club.
a
HHC,
trail or
double H.
anything?
No, it was just grass.
Double
I mean,
HC.
it was
You're not gonna
typically
use the
off
Cs?
road. It wasn't like mud or nothing, but it was,
Okay.
I don't.
Oh, never mind. We'll
pavement.
just talk to him.
Is it 4-wheel drive?
No,
We got two conversations going on.
and I'm trying to keep up, but that ain't working out.
Hang on.
What motor's it
Four-wheel
got?
drive.
What's it got in it? Like a 451
No,
Cleveland?
man, it's a 307 Oldsmobile. They quit with the big block Cadillac stuff in like 1980, but plans are LS swapping it before too long. So
You say it's an 87?
87, yeah.
Okay, so we ain't got no power windows or anything.
Yeah, it's got
Oh,
power.
yeah.
windows
Does it?
and-
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I figured it had to roll
Absolutely.
down
Man, it was
Plymouth.
No,
Carrying
they got
the
that weird
dead,
belt
bro, like-
scissor system.
This is some royalty shit.
No, it's-
What about the stereo? You upgraded it?
man, the stereo don't even work in it. That's one reason I hadn't been driving it too much too, is because there ain't no tunage.
Oh,
Do you listen to music on the way home from gigs?
You got a CD player in it?
It does not. Mm-mm.
Is it the original?
No, it's some kind of little digital head unit. I think I blew the speakers up with a little amp that I had up, hooked up on it. But
You have to see speakers in the hearse.
Well, that's fitting.
Do you listen to music on the way home from gigs?
I don't listen to music. I listen to talk radio mostly because I'm
He
tired
listens
of
to
getting this-
STS.
Exactly. I watch that on YouTube while I'm driving.
How do you feel every time you watch it or listen to a podcast? Well, I don't know if you watch or listen, either one. But how do you feel when you hear your name? I bet you're like,
I shake
oh,
my
yeah.
head every
Oh, yeah.
damn time. Every time. And I don't know what started that.
We're not sure what started that.
well, I tried to ask you earlier.
But
what's-
you've been on every show.
how you
Well,
became
except for
the
one. I think there was one that I wasn't on.
how you became the bass player in Jackson,
I think it was-
Mississippi.
I think it was the last one I wasn't on.
I wasn't part of that one though. That's why.
Maybe that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, that would be which one?
Jordan.
Jordan Newman. Y'all didn't mention it at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, do you even know Jordan?
See,
I
what,
do.
see what happens
Do you?
when I'm not around.
I can't believe, you may have got mentioned, but I'd had a little too much beam,
And peanuts.
and I may have edited it. No, that was Levi, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Levi's show.
Yeah,
For the
Levi,
peanuts.
we had peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
When was you throwing the peanuts?
That was
The
a
Levi show.
Levi.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. 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 Everybody needs to just skip forward to 48 minutes into that show and start from there.
At the
Watch him throw
peanuts.
the peanuts.
With the
no,
peanuts?
the peanuts are a little bit after that, but yeah, it gets kind of weird. Why do y'all even let me on camera?
Well, we got to have somebody.
Why?
Why do you think? Why do you think your replacements over there?
Right. What?
Uh-oh.
I resemble that statement. I'm not digressing
wait a
this
minute.
time.
How many
Wait a
guitars do you have, Clayton?
My replacement changes the subject.
I don't know. Probably 5 or 6 or 7.
How many amps do you have, not including the ones in
In the band trailer?
no, not the band trailer, in the studios. What's it called?
The jam room?
Yeah, but what? No, it's called something else.
Well,
In your phone?
at one point it was, I'd call it the Shadow Frame Studios,
Exactly.
but I don't know, probably 10.
There's like 10 or 15 in there.
probably, yeah.
Hmm.
But you can never have too many bass amps.
Yeah. So you
Or
got like 10 or
guitars, right?
15 in there, and then how many do you have in the trailer?
Like 4, I think.
And then none at the house.
Nah.
You ever sell any of your bass amps? Or are you just a person that just collects and don't ever get rid of anything?
I'll get them and I'll play on them a little while and then just kind of set them in the corner and get something different.
Yeah.
So you're just more of a collector.
Yeah, you get bored with shit and then you go on to something else.
Yeah, because something else always
But you
sounds
don't want to
better.
get rid of it.
No.
Yeah, I just, I was seriously thinking about getting a bass. I've always wanted another bass. I can't wait on Joey to die to get his. So,
And Russ, I think, wants to start playing a little bit of bass.
What, Guffey?
Yeah. What kind of shit is that?
yeah, for real.
I don't know.
Have you had enough
That's
of
interesting.
Russ anyway? He needs to just go cut some trees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Make
have
his own bass.
Do you have a favorite cabinet or amp?
What's your favorite speaker in your ohmage and wattage?
And my ohmage and my wattage. So the head I'm playing on, the one I like most, I guess, right now is a
I'm gonna let that one go right by.
is a Carvin BX 1600.
Is Carvin still in business?
No.
I didn't think so.
Mm-mm.
So that's a collector's item.
That's the one you're playing now. Is that your favorite one?
Yeah, that's probably and I've got a Phil Jones bass amp. That's pretty badass too. It's got like 4 or 5 inch speakers in it.
Didn't Kiesel guitarists come out of Carvin?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I knew there was something like that. Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Mm-mm. I'm playing on an Ampeg 410 cab.
SVT?
I don't know. It's just an Ampeg 410 cab. I don't know. I got it cheap and it sounds good.
Has it got a handle with wheels on it?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
So it must be a cheaper one.
I
Does it
don't
have
know.
wheels on it? I think it might have wheels on it, but it's not like a tilt back. Mm-mm.
Some of the bass players back in the day, back in the 80s, they were playing the SVTs with the 810.
I do have one of those also.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, those were freaking awesome.
But yeah, I mean, this stays at the jam room because I ain't trying to break my back.
Yeah, and that's why I play Head Rush now.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Can't hide money, bro.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
How many days a week you think you play music right now? Or not right now, but when it's season.
Right now, I've not played any since New Year's Eve.
Yeah, not right now, but it's not really a season. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's a lot more that happens when it's hot, you know?
Yeah. On a good week, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to work. You play so much.
No, man, I got to have something to do during the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is
You
that?
Work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work?
Work. Yeah.
He plays with wires.
Work is overrated.
Way overrated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He plays with wires and babysits sometimes.
Baby
Wires and what?
Maybe your helpers.
Yeah. There's that. Mm-hmm.
How many people you got working for you?
Oh, I work for somebody else, but I got a guy that works with
I
me
thought
every
you
day.
did it all on your own.
No, man, I did for a while, but no, I work for somebody else.
So you work
That's
for another
easier
company.
too sometimes. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, less headaches. You just go
Yeah.
do what you're told.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just wake up and go somewhere.
That's it.
Unfortunately, if you don't sign your own paycheck, a lot of times you're not paid what you're worth.
Yes.
The folks I'm working for, I mean, I do pretty good over there. I ain't mad about it.
Can you make more than on your own? than working for somebody else.
Working for yourself, man. It's a lot of ups and downs in it.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh, yeah.
got some good weeks and bad
It's
weeks.
up to you to get up and go to work.
Exactly.
When you work for somebody else, you got to get up and go to work.
Yep. Yeah, I'd like working for somebody else, better than I did for myself.
Yeah. Of course, they have to handle all the paperwork and stuff too.
Exactly.
Well, that's most of the headache.
A lot of headache. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
That's most of the headache for sure. Okay. So what is I'm curious to know
All
your,
these questions.
your
What's up with
answer to
that?
this is what is
Morgan's getting.
What's
He's
something-
getting his groove on here.
what's something that's changed like in today's music that was not a thing
30
when you
years ago.
started?
I've heard Kevin and them talking about it before. Back in the day, if you played with a band, you played with that band. You didn't venture out and
So you didn't have any Clayton Pells?
no.
Oh, hell no.
I guess not.
No, that was unheard of, man. That's just something that you just didn't do it.
Yeah.
You played with one band and one band only.
That's it.
And if you
Why
went
was
to the
that?
club and you hung out with certain friends, that's who you hung out with too. They wouldn't let you in either. They had
I mean, you
cliques just
could be
as
friends
bad.
with other guys and hang out with them and stuff, but
Yeah.
you didn't
Why do
play
you think
with
that
them.
was? Like what was
It was cliquish.
I don't know. I don't know. I like the way it is nowadays. I mean, if somebody calls you up, needs a bass player for a gig, you show up if you don't have a gig and you get through the gig, get paid, and you go home.
I think playing with multiple bands is cool, but then again, I like it and I don't like it. I go both ways on this, and I mean, it can cause
Somebody
issues.
was laughing about the both ways thing. I don't know who
Yeah,
was laughing.
I knew that was. And I have a
It
feeling it
wouldn't
was
be
probably.
me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably Sky
I didn't say
because he
that.
goes both ways. So he's like, "Oh yeah." Did I say? I didn't say that out loud.
But you
I
learn
didn't
a
say
lot more.
that. Don't give me a reputation. I'm going to have to live up to that reputation now. You know how hard it's going to be?
Yeah, no,
And I don't even have the time.
Well, I don't know about how hard it's going to be, but
Well,
that I wouldn't know.
I'd rather not know.
I did run a house of ill repute one time, but I didn't have any workers, so I had to run it by hand for the first year. Anyway,
Digress.
Peyton, there you
You
go.
digress, but anyway.
Down, girl. I wanted to
I
go
need
back
some
to the,
special effects sounds in here.
but yeah, the camaraderie. Back then, you play with one band.
Yeah, that was it. You didn't venture out and do anything else.
Nowadays, well, there was a lot more places to play. Nowadays, you can't afford to do
I was
that.
about to say I hear a lot more stories about like there was a lot more places
Oh,
to play.
gosh,
Sounds
yes.
like,
Oh, absolutely.
And the money,
better,
and the
maybe
money was
even better
better.
places.
And that's old guys have been beating that dead horse to all young people. Like,
You've
it was
been
all
beating
better
what?
where, it was better when we were there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all this. Yeah, okay, it was. Yeah. Yeah, well, we're
That's
no
what
longer there.
that's what I've heard.
We need to get the freak over that.
Here's the funny
and see
thing.
where we're going to go from here. That's what
We
I like
talk about this a lot.
Pistol Black was talking about. He has
all
good
that's said and
ideas
done.
about getting some bands together, getting a coalition, making some stuff happen.
Yep,
Talking about real songwriting, putting out good music that somebody wants to hear. Write a good hook.
A lot of this other stuff you have coming in now is AI stuff too.
Yeah, that needs to go away.
It's not really about talent anymore. I don't feel like
Mm-mm.
a lot of this is just
It's so easy to like,
who you
you know.
And saying that because I watched the video of you playing and you got some talent, man, and it's not
Well, thank
about
you.
that. And
Thank
for you
you.
saying that, man, it kind of breaks my heart for, your future.
yeah, when Morgan auditioned for me, he played acoustic and sang for me, and I'm like, cool.
Well, I've got some songs I've written with a buddy of mine, but we're older stuff. After my neck surgery, I can't sing like I used to. And I'm thinking about trying to find a vocalist, I'm looking for a certain a certain voice to do a particular song I have,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, a voice like his would fit perfectly in it.
Yeah, Clayton's great.
Clayton's got a
Yeah, the name of the song is "Give Me a Jägermeister." Well,
not
That's
made
society.
for this.
that little video, I really like that.
I appreciate it, man.
Now I couldn't. I'm fixing to ask you a question. It may upset you though, but was that one of yours, or was that a cover song?
That was a cover song.
Okay,
That was a Red Clay Stray song actually. It's
Okay.
called Drowning.
it's new to me, so
Yeah.
I like it.
And the guy that was playing in that video with me is named Tyler Cannon.
Tyler Cannon.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's actually a blind musician here that lives in Pearl.
Blonde or blind?
Blind.
Okay.
He was the drummer for 2 Lane Highway last year.
okay.
But he's about 25 and he just started playing music last year with 2 Lane Highway. I mean, he
Okay.
didn't just start playing music, but just with the band and stuff.
Right,
He
right.
came out to the local scene. So he kind of started at Chad Perry's open mic nights.
Oh, Chad Perry's done really well with that.
Oh yeah.
You know, Chad Perry started out doing that. I was actually doing some open mic nights when he was doing open mic nights, and then he, you know,
Where was that at?
I think it was at Finian's. We played at Martin's. I can't remember.
R.I.P. Finian's.
Yeah.
It's not open anymore.
No, I used to live a block away from there. It was so easy. I lived downtown Jackson. I lived a block away from Finian's.
That's
You know,
not
I had
really
a grocery
safe place to
store. I had a
live anymore,
bar.
probably.
This was back in 2000, from 2005, 6 up through like 2010 or 11, 12, something like that.
Right.
I never had any problems, but yeah, you know,
I know they shut the McDonald's down over there.
did they?
Yeah.
Finian's and McDonald's shut down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Crazy how.
I don't know which one's more surprising.
Yeah, for real.
Pretty wild. I heard that Lou's is going to stop too. Yeah.
Well, it just seems par for the course. It seems like things just kind of domino fall. I thought that area was kind of coming up again. They had a lot of stuff over there, right there around Kiefer's block area or something. But
I guess not.
yeah,
I like keepers.
I do too. They built the new Kiefer's out in Madison. I did help put in the sound system out there, but I've yet to go out there to eat out there. Has anybody been to one in Madison?
Nothing.
Okay.
I try to not go to Madison.
Well, you know, fair
Try not to
enough.
go to Jackson.
Yeah, no
that too.
doubt.
That too.
Everything come out all right there, Clayton?
Yeah.
All right,
Mhm.
worked fine?
Yeah.
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 Okay, cool. Nice.
Well, he's not quite old enough for it to be not fine yet.
Mm-mm. Not even as old as you are, Scott.
That's right. Oh, that one hurt.
His time's coming, though.
So you said you wore that shirt tonight just for Clayton?
Yes.
It's a good looking shirt. I like that shirt. Yeah.
Yep.
For like the Hearst theme or what?
Yeah, kind of. My nickname is Bones, and I figured he was going to bring the
I ain't
Hearst.
figured that one out yet.
Jones, Bones. I was skinny. I played football. I was a center, and I weighed 125 pounds.
He's still skinny.
Well, you know, when I played football junior high, I mean, I was like 100, I think it was 130, 126 to 130, somewhere in that ballpark.
People's not going
And
to
they put my ass on the line.
He said people's not going to believe that.
Well, I'm not on camera, so what would
Would
they
y'all
know?
believe that he was like a badass baseball player?
Yeah.
Really?
But, well,
But I ain't talking to you, Kevin. I'm talking about you, not to you. There's a big
okay, I'll be
difference.
quiet then.
I'm just playing, but yeah, he was a badass baseball player. Sure was on a badass team with a badass coach.
Oh yeah.
We had a badass band. Football
some
team
West
sucked,
Jackson,
not
what'd you
because
say?
I was a center. What?
Some West Jackson gutter sluts or something?
No, gutter slugs.
Oh.
Stick a
gutter
pickaxe through
slugs.
my head, rock and
I'll
roll
tell you
me
what,
till
if
I'm dead. Yeah.
You know, if you would have been alive back in the 80s, early
I was
80s,
not alive
I
back
know.
in the early 80s.
that's what I was going to say. West Jackson was the place to be.
Yeah,
Dude.
I heard my grandpa talk about it
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, we had great neighborhoods. I mean, just great people.
I remember cruising McDowell.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's exactly what he was talking
Man,
about.
I cruised
That's South
McDowell and
Jackson.
Clinton.
He said that. Yeah, he said that was the thing to do.
Hey,
was-
Clayton.
What? Yeah.
You know what I had? You know
Cruise
what my
McDowell.
first car was on
What'd you have?
McDowell Road?
What'd you have?
I had a 1970 big block Cuda. Not a Barracuda, but a Cuda.
A Cuda.
Yeah, man. That was fun on McDowell Road, dude.
I
I had a couple of buddies of mine they had a guy named Ricky had a black one, and another buddy of mine had like 3 of them.
I guess at one time it
We
was
had
a
a
smooth
club.
road, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because I've never known it.
It
to
was
be.
great. What you do, they had a stop sign. I forgot where it was. They put a red light there towards the end, but it was so busy. You'd be side by side and you'd try to jostle to get by the girls you wanted to talk to or whatever, or the guys you wanted to race at that stop sign, right?
Yeah.
So you'd pull up to that stop sign, and if there's a bunch of girls in the car, you'd roll your window down. And
Turn
when
your stereo up.
No, yeah, you did that. No, you'd roll your window down, and then when the girls rolled their window down, you go, "Oh, what? Did somebody in your car fart too?" And
I never
That was
did that.
y'all's pickup
never got
line?
us laid.
That was your pickup
Yeah,
line?
I was fixing to say,
Yeah.
Scott,
He
you wasn't
said
very lucky
never
back
got
then,
us
were you?
laid.
All right, we never got laid. That was a happy version.
Oh shit!
No, I remember like, I spent many hours on McDowell Road.
I
but,
just said I was a happy version.
Was there anywhere to
didn't
play
I?
music over there?
mm,
On McDowell?
Blue Jean Alley.
When
Blue
was-
Jean Alley. That's where I saw Crash.
Yeah.
Crash.
Daryl
Arnold.
used to be known as Crash.
Yep, I saw Crash played there. He
They
was
was
like,
in a band called Thrust.
yeah,
Imagine
But
that.
they played
not
Motley
remember
Crue,
that.
and I didn't. And that's the first time I ever heard somebody play any metal at all, and it was Motley Crue that I heard them
Yeah,
play
Blue
when I walked
Jean
in those
Alley.
doors.
For many people that are not
Crash
of
had a
age,
patch over his head, over his eye and stuff.
Blue Jean Alley was like a little teeny bopper club.
Yeah, it was. That's why, because I couldn't get anywhere else. I was 15.
I was too old to get in.
I
So
drove
did
my
not
dad.
remember that place.
Too old.
Yeah, too old to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, it was for like, I mean, I was 18 and above, and I mean, that place had 15, 16-year-olds in it.
Yeah, I was 15.
There was a place in Brandon, the Back Door or something like that. Remember that?
I don't go to gay clubs.
Well, I don't either. But it was like I remember seeing Lobotomy play there.
That was a badass band back in the
Yeah,
day.
I remember like mid '80s. I think they played.
So
there.
all that cruising around on
that was-
McDowell, there was no music at all?
Oh, everybody's stereo in the
I think
car.
that was before I started playing music.
Not mine.
Well,
I
you said
listened
you
to
didn't
my
start
motor.
playing music till you were 18.
Yeah, and
No,
I was,
there
But I'm
were
just saying,
about
nobody
15,
was
16.
playing? Like,
there were
nobody,
clubs
not
back
you.
then. There was
That's
the
crazy.
Lamar, places like that.
Yeah, I never went there.
On McDowell Road,
Yeah, I
you're
used to
cruising
go
up
there a
and
lot.
down McDowell Road.
But there was no like bars?
No.
Yeah. There was JCL, the Lamar.
Oh, there was JCL.
There was Town Creek.
Wasn't that on 80 or something?
JCL was.
No,
I
we're
went
talking
there
about McDowell Road. What was that? Rhythm and Brews? That was open
That was
later.
That wasn't on
Extension.
That was Extension.
Yeah,
that was
wasn't
not on McDowell.
There wasn't like a bar on McDowell Road.
No,
No.
no.
You just
Until you get to
you just went down and made the loop and did that. Come back and
Right.
on a
kept
good
doing
night.
it?
if
it
you
took
went
a couple
across,
hours.
if you went past the interstate,
'cause it was
across
so
the
many
railroad
people?
tracks,
Yeah.
on down.
Really?
Yeah,
That
bumper
is
to bumper.
crazy.
You ever seen American Graffiti? It was like that with more modern guitars. What?
If you went,
Like
if you went all the
$30
way,
I keep on
Yeah.
forgetting.
if you went all the way to the end of McDowell, across the railroad tracks, on down, there was the Embers Club.
I
And,
think it's burnt down. I went by there the other day.
yeah, probably. There was Boots, Hat, and Cane.
Oh,
there was
God.
the old Pops. I mean the old Pops.
Yeah.
Did you ever play at the dock, Clayton?
I did.
I did.
Late 90s.
Yeah, me too.
So Yancey, the guitarist, the lead guitarist in Emergency 9, we played there back in the late 90s together. A band called Willie Pete.
Willie's Pete.
Uh-huh.
I got to see it, but I never got to go in it. So
Probably too short.
yeah, I wasn't able to ride the ride.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I played the dock with a band called 11th Hour back in right around 2000 ish.
I never saw that band, but I remember the name.
But I hear so many cool stories about the dock, man.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yes, it was.
We had some great clubs back in the day.
Why did they take it away? By the way, I don't know
Politics,
if
as far as I can tell.
but like, what was the whole
The
spill
whole
about it?
idea was, I think they were going to like put some kind of hotel complex or something there,
Mm-hmm.
something like that,
That's what I heard.
and it never
There's
happened.
Nothing there.
They took the place down, and then nothing happened.
Did nobody got like hurt or nothing crazy happened? They just all of a sudden wanted to take it down. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So there
I know
they
some
had
people that do know,
plans.
but I hadn't asked them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had big plans.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. I've heard a few things, but I mean, I just really remember what was in the news. Maybe they had
Yeah.
big plans for it, and maybe somebody really went on the up and up or whatever. I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean there was some great bands that played there all through those years, but I mean there were some famous people that came in and actually played in there.
they had good drinks,
Yeah, they had a dock rocker. Yeah, they had a
good,
rock your dock.
decent food. It's a good atmosphere. Ride your boat up to it.
I don't remember the food.
It's kind of like what Pelican. I don't either. I just said that.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's like Pelican Cove.
Yeah,
They had
But
like
better.
finger food stuff that was decent. Yeah, they had.
it was
food.
more rocking than Pelican though.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
oh yeah. I mean, they had food. I mean, they had. I've been crawfish bowls there, all kind of stuff.
Have a big stage and all that.
Yeah, it was actually a good sized stage.
Something like it was, yeah.
They had an outside stage too.
Yeah.
I used to like when Vince Vance and the Valiants used to play outside, and it'd be like July, and that girl that actually did that song "All I Want for Christmas Is You," not the Mariah Carey song because that was later, but she actually wrote the real song. All I want to, yeah.
You
And they would
probably
do
heard the names like the Velcro Pygmies, Spank the
I've heard
Monkey,
them, yeah.
U.S.
Yeah.
All these bands were playing at the dock
I remember the
back
first.
in the day.
I remember the first time that those bands played. I remember the first time US played. I remember the first
Those are
time
big bands
Velcro
now.
Pygmies.
They're big bands, yeah.
And
They're circuit bands.
They actually, the
what's
Velcro Pygmies just actually
Dr.
played at
Czar.
Shuckers.
I remember the first time Dr. Czar played. People didn't get it. I was like, man, this is great because nobody was playing, funk music back then and disco stuff. It
And they
was
still going strong.
Yeah, I was about to say he's still going at it today.
Yeah, the Pigs are doing well too.
Yeah, they just like
are.
I said, they just played at Shuckers like end of last year, I think.
Yeah.
What was the band that Terry Sharp played in? Because I didn't know him back then, but I remember him.
Splendid
Back
Chaos?
It was Splendid Chaos back then too, right? Okay, I thought it was called something else, but okay.
I'm not sure.
No.
I think it was still Splendid Chaos back then.
What was the first band you were in, Clayton?
And what was the name?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. What was the name of it? And who were the members?
Oh, damn. So I guess that would have been first band. I think I was like 18. Andy Armstrong and his brother Jason Armstrong, Sam Marsh, and myself. It was called Deadly Blessing. It was a metal band.
Deadly Blessing.
Yeah, we didn't play nowhere.
We didn't play nowhere.
Nowhere.
Almost impressive metal name though.
What a blessing that was.
Is that right? Yeah. It was fun,
So y'all just practiced.
Okay, we'll call it that.
Y'all got together and jammed, huh?
Exactly right. Exactly. It was fun.
How long did that last?
Oh shit, dude! I don't even know.
Till it ended?
Till it ended. Yeah. Probably a year or so, if I had to guess.
What was the first band you gigged with? Name. The one you made money at.
That would have been when I lived in Georgia in '94.
Damn, that was the year after I was born.
Where'd you grow Clayton, where'd you grow up?
Hazelhurst, and then
Hazelhurst.
moved from Hazelhurst to Utica.
Okay.
Moved to Georgia in '94.
Why?
I don't think you had much choice back then.
Moved to Georgia in '94 for work.
What part of Georgia?
Warner Robins, just south of Macon.
Okay.
Was in a band out there called Blacktop. It was a band already, but played with them for a year until I moved back here.
Is that the reason you went there?
No, I went there for work.
Okay.
That's the name of the first one you gigged with?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Blacktop.
Blacktop.
Huh.
And then they after I left, they changed the name to Gene Pool.
Sounds like
But you got out, right?
sounds like
Well,
Sounds like a movie.
It was a long commute.
It's like, oh,
back and
Gene
forth.
Pool, I don't need to be in. I'm getting out.
Yeah. Exactly.
That was I'm sorry. That was wrong. Well, I'm just getting you back for that abuse you gave me that time I come over to your house to answer that ad. You say, get the fuck out of my shop. You can't play.
I did not say that.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't me. That was.
he don't even remember.
God has his own memory.
I think he does.
He does.
It's getting more vivid as I think about it too.
You're gonna have to fill me in on the details. 'cause
Recollecting.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that y'all were playing. It was going to be a theme band of princesses, and y'all were dressed with these little tutus, and I didn't know I was supposed to bring one. And my
Well-
guitar was in a different tuning, and it just went bad.
I mean, tutus was a thing back then.
Back then, it was, yeah.
Tutus.
The little ballerina things.
You wore one of those, Clayton?
You had to wear one to be in that band.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
We had full dress rehearsal.
Was
Yeah,
this-
when he says full dress rehearsal, he means full
what
dress
was the name
rehearsal.
of these? This band, the Pink Flamingos?
Man, I do not even remember what band that was, honestly. See, Scott's coming up with some shit. I don't know where he's coming up with it at.
Well, you know,
The
you
newspaper
know,
boys.
you know for a fact that I that there is some truth in there somewhere.
It is, because you told me where I lived.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's this thing about me. People seem to be like you kind of puzzled about because I seem to know a lot about a lot of people and been around for a long time, but I actually haven't been in the game but a few years. Like, how do I know all this stuff? I can talk all day long with Daryl Arnold, and he finally just accepted the fact that, yeah, you were around back then. He remembers me.
But
I'm
see, I
sure.
wasn't around back then.
Yeah. No, you were just hiding in Florence.
Mhm.
And not letting people like me come over. It's like, those Jackson people are weird. I ain't never going to Jackson again. He's a Fed.
Oh, goodness.
And we're
don't-
smoking pot, and we do not want him over here.
I was probably not smoking.
I'm making that for
Probably not.
Probably not, if I had to guess.
that. No, he wouldn't. I made that up. I mean, I did. But no, I did come over there and answer an ad, and it was just, I don't know what fit was, whatever. You were really nice and polite and had a good time. And later on, And like the first time I seen you, I saw you, not the first time apparently, but I saw you with Shatterflame. It's like, man, that looks like that cat from back then.
We probably sucked, and you didn't want to come back over. I'm
I don't
sticking with
think
that. That's where I'm going with that.
He said that's his story and he's sticking to
I'm
it.
sticking
Yeah,
to it.
that's
Ain't that a
right.
song?
It is. It's
Okay.
a country song.
I thought it was country. Sounds country.
my story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, y'all, that's what that's kind of lane you're in, though. Y'all do a little bit of country now, though, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot of country.
Well, I asked you earlier, you know, are you going to write any music?
I have some music that I have written. It's not something that we really do with the full band, but then again, there's not really a avenue for original music in Jackson, Mississippi.
Right.
I mean, not for local guys. I mean, there is, but it's not very in the way of getting people to play that with you because it doesn't pay very much.
I think you got to sprinkle it in with other stuff.
Yeah, the Stevens
good
brothers
idea.
do a good job of that. I don't know if you know who they are. The Stevens brothers.
Seen them? Mm-hmm.
They're a younger group from where I'm from Pisgah.
Are they out of high school?
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're out of high school.
Okay, just barely.
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah.
And they implement their original songs in their cover sets. You know, they're just like, hey, this is our song that we wrote. It's on Spotify. Most of their music that they play now is on Spotify, so they have somewhere that people can go consume it, and it's easier that way too. You know, if you have somewhere that people can go consume it. Right now we don't. Hopefully that's about to change, but yeah, my original stuff is a lot different than the 90s, 80s, 2000s stuff that we play, you know, the cover stuff.
Okay.
It's probably more of not bar music, you would say. It's more like folk country, breakup love music, probably, you know.
There's a market for that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, you know, I like hanging around the house and cleaning up, just putting some background music on or
Right,
whatever.
right,
you know?
right, yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
You don't always have to be about a bar.
No, for sure. And you know, really, like I've just kind of came into the bar scene like August 23. You know, like I didn't even really hang out in bars until I started doing gigs.
Right. Okay.
So, like I said, I don't drink or anything, so there was no reason for me to be at the bar.
Yeah.
You know, so I started doing that, and actually, different guys than I don't even play with the guys now that kind of pulled me out into the music scene. So it's crazy just from 23 to now, like how many people I've played with is and changed up is wild.
Yeah.
So, but I kind of feel like Clayton, I guess.
Damn. I don't even know what to say about that.
Say no more.
Clayton, this is the part of the show where you take control and you start asking the questions.
No.
He said, hell
Wrong.
no.
I ain't here for all that.
The rare chance I allow somebody to actually quiz me and ask me questions and you're going to pass it up?
Yeah. So that's what he's here for. That's what Morgan's
Oh,
here
yeah,
for.
that's true.
Yeah. Yep.
So, are you gonna stick with the story that's how y'all met? That's how you met
I
Clayton?
know that's how we met.
Okay.
I know exactly where he lives. I answered the ad to go over to his house.
So, how did you meet Scott?
Apparently, he showed up at my house.
Right, but how do
he
you?
met me at the driveway down there and said, here's your...
But you don't remember it, though,
Was
How
that
right?
do you
green
remember?
Chevelle parked in the front yard? The 73 SS?
There was a
Chevelle?
lot of stuff parked in the front yard and a few dogs and maybe some kids.
When's the first time you remember
But there was
meeting
other people
Scott?
in the band, though, so it could have been their cars. I vaguely remember that. I remember kind of going... I don't even remember if it was a garage or your living room or what we played in. I was kind of scared to death because that was the first outside of my friends that I went to play with. I didn't know anybody there. And maybe another reason why y'all didn't have me back, I may have been overly nervous.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
You don't remember when you first met him?
And, and what was that song?
Apparently
Open Your Eyes. We played that song, Open Your Eyes, because that's in a
Tonic?
drop
That's
D.
a tonic tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song.
So that would have been.
I love that song.
Larry Ainsworth on drums.
Okay.
Damn, here we go. He's remembered it.
Shit.
And I didn't get a chance to showcase my vocals back then. That was pre-neck surgery, man. That would have been cool.
Keith Salisbury, I think, on vocals.
As in a steak?
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
literally
yes,
thinking
uh-huh.
that when you said it.
I told you, I felt it. I felt it, man. See, we got it. You got something going on there, Freeman.
Freeman.
Stevens, I'm sorry, with an S. His name is Morgan Stevens with an S.
Yes.
Remember it.
And a V.
Stevens just sounds so funny if you don't put an S at the beginning.
Funny,
of it,
ha ha ha, or funny isn't weird.
Yes,
Stevens
Stevens. It just sounds funny.
Stevens?
Got to be Stevens.
It's got to be.
Got to be
with a V.
with a V and an S.
Maybe Tevins.
No. Mm-mm.
No.
Oh,
So you
No.
don't remember the first time you met him?
No.
You remember the first time you met Kevin? And you don't remember the first time you met me?
see, actually, what's happened is you have.
Oh, there's a common
I was probably
denominator.
drinking.
You got amnesia, and you don't really remember anything in your life.
He plays too many
Yeah,
music.
yeah.
All he knows is songs, bro.
Yeah, y'all
This is
are.
not my
y'all
house. This is not my car. This is not my wife.
Ain't that a song?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
I'm actually trying to think of the first time me and Clayton met.
I can't remember the first time I met him, actually.
Mm.
Because I actually, like, saw Clayton out and about, like, before I actually knew Clayton. So, like, I knew who Clayton was before it was like, hey, bro, what's up? Every time I saw him. You know what I'm saying? Like, people were like, that's Clayton Pell.
I remember one of the first things Clayton said to me outside of that meeting, and actually met him after I was taking pictures and stuff like that.
What was
It may have been, when I met Clayton, when I met you the first time, it may have been, it was an early version of Shatterframe. Danny,
Danny
Hickson?
Yeah, Danny Hickson.
and then what was the other guy's name? He passed away not long
Yeah,
ago.
Kirk Freeman.
Kurt, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like when they were in the band. And
Maybe the Hideaway.
either that or it may have been your jam room.
Maybe, possibly.
He couldn't believe that you still had the jam room when I was over here talking to him the other day.
Yeah,
And
'cause
he
that
was
was a
like,
long
he
time
still
ago.
got that place? I was like, yeah.
Same one. It's been there for some years.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like you could do just like a gig in there. Just open the door and just let people fill up the outside, and it's like a stage in there, you know?
Yeah. It's a cool little spot.
I assume that the people that own do you know the people that own the place?
They come down there
Yeah,
and
I do.
chill sometimes.
Yeah,
I was going to
yeah.
say they got to be cool with it.
Yeah. They're hardly ever there. I mean, they'll be out of state, and but occasionally they'll come down and hang out. And
I can remember renting a place back in the 80s, and man, they didn't like that shit.
A lot of storage units do not let you do that type of shit.
Right. Anyway.
No, you're right.
They do not. Like, they will not go for it. Like,
Yeah,
they
we
won't even
told them
let you
up front
store
what we were gonna do.
lawnmowers or anything in them things, bro. That's like weird.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of insurance, like hazards and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess this is that 30-minute mark you were talking about.
It's way past the 30 minutes.
Oh, we're talking about. He was talking about he was gonna.
We're at an hour and 15 minutes right now.
To pee in 30 minutes.
Yeah, he had to pee.
Yeah,
Saving up.
yeah. He's been.
Who's got to
there
pee?
holding it.
Scott went to
gone.
pee.
He's gone.
But he
He
might
didn't even excuse himself.
he went to the kitchen.
Trying to slide out. He left his cup here, but
Yeah, well, shit, I don't know. Maybe
Y'all
went
go
to
ahead
get
and
some
pee in this
sausage.
so Blacktop was the name of the first band.
First
that you
band,
gigged with.
yep.
And then, what do you remember first getting paid for a gig?
Man, this was in '94, and if I ain't mistaken, man, we
It's the
was
same
getting
money
like
now as it
$150
was
a
then.
piece.
Really?
Yeah.
So like all them years ago, it's the same amount of money
Same
today.
amount
$150.
of money. Of course,
Well,
the
a
drinks
lot-
cost way more now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Actually, back in the day, I mean, I started playing live in around 86, 87. And I tell you what, I think I made more money back then than I do now.
Well, a lot of places have gone up to $200 a man
Well, I was making more than 200 a man back then.
or $800 for a band.
Yeah, I mean, we were getting anywhere from 1,000 to 1,300 a night back then.
I guess that's the difference in being in a good band.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
so.
I don't know if that's it, but it was just the way it was back then.
Yeah.
And of course, it depended on where you played.
True that.
But I mean, it was just kind of for a good club, a big club, a major club. I'm not talking about some little skank place on the corner somewhere, but I mean a good place, like Town Creek, places like that. I mean, you can make some money playing there.
I think I only went that place like once or twice, maybe.
Town Creek.
Yeah.
What band?
No, not played. I just went.
Oh,
Yeah, I never played there.
oh, okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, you'd have been young, wouldn't you?
What's your
Probably.
favorite venue to
A
play?
year younger than me. I'm not too young.
Or do you have one?
Man, I don't guess I really got one around here. Not a favorite.
Can't show any
place.
favoritism here now.
Yeah.
People watch this show.
That's right. Thousands
Right.
and thousands. Of
Yeah, there's
views.
going to be at least 100 that watch this.
At least maybe 123. I ain't really got a favorite place around here. They've all got their, they're all, I guess, fun to play. Some the load-in sucks worse than others,
Yeah.
but
I'm not going to name names.
I'm not either. Not as bad as it used to be.
You're right.
Yeah,
We're obviously talking about the same place.
Yeah.
I think every
'Cause it's not
musician
as bad
talks
as it
about
used
that
to be.
place.
No,
Yeah, it's better than it was.
But I
right?
hate it. I hate it.
yeah. But no, I ain't got a favorite place to play. I just like playing music.
What places you miss?
I don't miss anywhere.
Do you have a favorite band?
A what?
A favorite band?
Crow.
Not
Did I-
like not that you play with, but like a famous.
You
band.
never, you never,
Crow.
you
Yeah,
never
Crow.
miss a chance, do you, Kevin?
Who's your favorite guitar
We all-
player?
we've been
Who's your
joking-
favorite local guitar player? Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
We've
It's got to be Kevin.
We've been joking about, getting Clayton on here, but the funny joke is he's been sneaking that Crow thing in every episode too.
Well, I own the studio, brother.
You go,
That's right.
girl.
Right.
And what a wonderful studio you have for us
It's
to do.
free
this.
advertisement
Thank you
for
very
me.
much,
And
Kevin.
It's not as far out as I was thinking it was.
No.
It's
no.
pretty far out, man. I like it. It's pretty cool,
It's
man.
prime real estate.
Oh, you're not like far out where?
Like it used to be.
Where it used to be.
Location. What?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like cool and shit, like the bubble lights back there.
He's
and
like,
stuff.
"Whoa, dude, far out."
Yeah.
But, what do they call it? Lava lamps?
Lava lamps, yeah.
Oh man, dude.
I've never owned a lava lamp.
Yeah, you'd lose
Want
it
one?
somewhere. I do.
Do you have a favorite band, Clayton?
I probably have to lock it
Crow.
up in a cabinet to keep somebody from getting hurt with it, though.
Favorite band.
What does that even mean?
Man, I would say, no. I'm a Promise fan.
Promise.
Promise.
Really?
Promise.
Yeah, I like Promise.
You promise?
I promise. I like Promise. Only seen them once. That was, I think, last year in New Orleans or the year before. Hell, I don't know. Might have been the year before.
I got it one. Tool or Metallica?
He's probably gonna go with.
Oh man, that was wrong, wasn't it? I put him on the spot.
I know where I'd go with this.
Old Metallica was good.
Mm-hmm.
Old Tool was good.
Old Tool was good. Yeah. What's up, kitty?
Was Billy in there?
Yeah.
Is that the cat's name?
If it's an orange one, yes.
That's Billy then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, kitty.
I like old Metallica.
There's obviously pussy in the studio.
The Master of Puppets, and Justice for All type stuff. Pre-Black, but then I like Tool, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's a tough question. I mean, I'm struggling with it too for the same exact
So
reasons.
what would your go-to be?
I would. Oh shit.
See,
Watch your language.
Oh, sorry. Crap.
cats in the house.
Yeah, we can't say pussy.
Uh-uh.
So. Yeah, it's not gonna do.
Tool or Metallica?
Tool. Who changed my life? Metallica.
Van Halen, Van Hagar.
Oh, Van Halen.
Van Halen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Metallica did change my life, though. It
Metallica?
absolutely changed my.
so?
I've been waiting for that my whole life. Well, because Aerosmith
Metallica.
pissed me the fuck off.
Wow.
Because I was listening to music back then, the studio cuts and all that, right? I'm listening to Back in the Saddle, and I was like, you heard the song Back in the Saddle. It's a good song, but it's like, it could be so much better, right? Excuse me. When they come out with this album called Live Bootleg, and it was,
Oh, that was awesome.
yeah, and it was a bootleg album. It was just, was it bootleg stuff that they confiscated and just made into an album? Was that what it was?
I think that was all bullshit.
Okay, well, that's what they.
But they call
Pack-
it bootleg.
Yeah, but they packaged it as they just confiscated a bunch of
Right,
bootleg
right.
cuts and put it in the album.
Right.
I'm with Sweetheart there, thinking that they did it on purpose. Anyway,
Sweetheart?
whatever. So
Scott.
it's almost February.
Well, you're not my Valentine. I love you, man, but
I love you too.
you're not my
Do we have
sweetheart.
to discuss this on TV or?
Yeah, you ought to save that for later.
Okay,
Millions are watching this show.
right. I mean, if you're
All
scared, say
100
you're
of them.
scared.
So back
I'm
to
not gay, but I'm willing to
Metallica
learn.
changed your life.
So, did I say that?
Yes.
That's what you
Okay.
said.
Well, what was I saying before we got interrupted there?
You called me sweetheart.
Okay, well, there you have it.
Okay.
That's how Metallica.
I'm glad we got that worked out.
No, oh yeah. So anyway, and so Aerosmith
Yeah, how they
come
piss
out
you
with
off.
that album, and I heard the live version, and it was hard and distorted in exactly what I was wanting to hear in my head. Because I used to take the song by ABBA, SOS. That's not a heavy distorted song unless you take the two speakers, put them to your head, and turn up all the way, and it distorts. And that was the tone I was trying to get.
Isn't
Are
that
you
what
sure that
most
wasn't your
speakers do?
Yeah, that's just a weird.
brain?
If you turn them up,
Just hang on with me and just keep up.
Oh, you got it.
Your eardrums
This is
busting.
going somewhere. Huh?
Yeah. So, anywho,
Who?
So, yeah. So Aerosmith come out there with that. With
Who's
the,
he?
Who, Aerosmith?
Yeah. What? Who is he?
Just the band, just the sound, the tone, just from that album, studio album
It's a
versus
joke.
the
It's a
live
joke, Scott.
bootleg. Okay, I'm not getting it. I'm blonde.
And
So,
I'm
but-
going to explain this joke real quick. I remember when I was young, my uncle, I was riding in a car with my uncle and some family, and he was like, "So Kevin, who's one of your favorite bands?" And I was like, "Aerosmith." And he said, "Well, who's he? I hadn't heard of him."
I heard a lot of old people say stuff like that for band, like Van Halen or whatever. Like, yeah.
Okay, so that's my story.
There you go.
Continue.
And so, and it really upset me that, this music could be so much better live. And so when the first time I heard Metallica was Master of Puppets behind the school at Magnolia Academy.
What was y'all doing behind the school?
Well,
Drinking.
Burning barrels and drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
this
had
is-
my
this
first
is-
beer behind that gymnasium.
And this was during school hours.
Miller.
During school
Miller Pony.
hours.
I'm not going to mention his name, but we would go behind the school, and my friend would take a half pint of 151 Bacardi and down it before we went to our first class.
Oh my
Every
God.
fucking day.
How much of it?
The whole thing, a half pint.
Oh, a half pint. Okay.
Yeah.
Down.
But he
I
would
was
do
like-
it. He'll do another one at lunch.
That dude's not alive anymore, is he?
Yes,
Damn.
Well, but you're saying half pint. We're not talking about a fifth or anything.
but it was 151.
Well, still.
That's a lot of.
He quit. He don't
You
drink
sure
no
he
more.
didn't put some water in
3
that?
times a day.
Yeah.
Or was that all
You
water?
know how we used to do in the 80s, man. Because that wasn't all we were doing that night. I mean, this is the part that we're talking about the 1985 crowd.
I never did anything. What are you talking about?
I digress.
Why are you laughing, Clayton?
So,
I thought of a joke.
and so when we heard Metallica,
Well, let's hear it.
and it was really extremely heavy, and it was just that tone, everything I was looking for. That was exactly what I've been wanting to hear my whole life.
So Aerosmith was like,
So you were looking
Well,
for
no,
up here.
Aerosmith pissed me off even more to be yearning for that sound. Now the live sound. That's why I like
so
live
Aerosmith
cuts.
was just like a little sprinkle that you got. And you were like, I need more.
That's when Aerosmith.
And
That's,
Metallica did
that's
it
when
for
I
you.
learned that if you go to a live concert, you're going to really hear what they sound like.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
it makes me want to know what the Beatles sound like when they were playing with
I'm
those
not really
boxes
convinced.
turned way up.
So the
What did the
bootleg
Who
album
really
was,
sound like turned way up? What did Hendrix really sound like turned all the way up back then? You can't capture that on
I'm
a
not
record.
convinced that a lot of these people are not playing the music while they're on stage.
Wait, say that
But
again.
back then or now?
Say
Now.
that one
Oh
more
yeah,
time.
now they're not. They're running tracks, and
Oh.
and they're blatantly do it.
You can't believe anything you see or hear these days.
No.
I mean, we had the Milli Vanilli of our day, and if you know what I mean, then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that
but
was-
everybody's a
That
Milli
was the
Vanilli
beginning.
now.
That was the beginning.
Everybody's a Milli Vanilli now.
I can shit. Even going to some clubs, and I'm not talking about anybody local, but I've been in some clubs and watching a good band, and as a musician, you hear some things
Mm-hmm.
Hear
that,
everything.
you
that
watch the
nobody
things.
else hears.
Yep.
And I hear some shit, and some shit don't match up with what you're seeing.
Right.
Whether it be a bass line or a keyboard partner and a keyboard player on the stage. I mean, different things like that. And you're like, or a snare sound or something, and you're like, there's no way they're getting that snare sound.
Yep.
There's absolutely no way.
I really hadn't heard that so much in clubs, but as far as
I've heard it.
you know.
I've heard it.
I don't really go out and listen to. If I'm not working or making money, I'm not in there.
Well,
I'm around it so much.
One of my big ones was like going to see Striper. And I love Striper.
Yeah.
I never
And-
saw Striper.
Really? Oh, you need to.
Yeah.
Man, but their studio albums with the background vocals, that stuff's incredible.
Right.
And then I go and see them live in the Coliseum or wherever I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
And I did see them in the Coliseum, but I saw them somewhere else. I met them, but it sounded just like the friggin' record. And I'm like, but there's only 3 of them singing backups, and it sounds like 10 or 12 people singing backups. And I'm like, what is going on here? At first, I'm thinking, okay, there's some weird effects that I don't even have a clue about going on. but now I know
Yeah, tracks.
tracks.
Sometimes it makes sense. I mean, I will have to say that,
Well, their backing vocals are a big part of their sound.
Yeah.
So, I
Well, I'm
guess they
just
had
talking
to do it.
bands at bars, it depends on what music you're playing. I mean,
I'm not a fan.
I'm not either. Then you gotta
I'm
play
not.
to a click.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I mean, I think it takes away from like the.
I get it if you don't have a keyboard player or
intimacy of
something,
the music.
Well,
and-
find another song to play.
well,
That's
yeah,
what I
you can
find.
look at it that way too.
well,
I mean, it takes away from the intimacy, I think, and it's just like you're playing a karaoke.
Yeah.
the problem is most people, especially
I mean,
non-musicians, they just don't know.
okay.
They don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like I feel like you just play a karaoke track and people sing, and like you sing to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like regardless of the musicians being on stage, like they have that in the track. Like they're just taking it out if the musician's on stage. Maybe.
well, I only have experience with one band that runs tracks a lot, and it's obvious, and they specifically do it.
Yeah.
And I was with them for a few years, and that'd be Pop Fiction.
Yeah.
But they played
You're
pop
not calling them
music.
out, are you?
Yeah.
No, but they played pop
Yeah, yeah.
music.
No, they're a good
It
band.
is
Yeah,
in
they're
the
good.
music. Even the music, the real music that they play is also tracked.
Yeah.
So them tracking music is necessary. It makes sense. What they did was take that music, rewrite it, and do a little different versions, make it heavier, whatever. Because I was with them for years and I didn't listen to that music at all. I just listened to them. And when I would go into a store and hear the original version, like of Bright Lights or whatever, it's like, oh God, that sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
It's really tracked a lot. It's really vocal out
Right.
and sounds like crap. But Pop Fiction, it's a pop band. They play pop music. It has tracks. It just makes sense.
It definitely
And they
does
were.
make
We
sense for that.
I also made $12,000 freaking dollars with them one year too. So there's that.
There's that.
No more than what I was doing.
And it
with
all
them.
went up your nose, didn't it?
No, what? No, I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that at all. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even joke about that. But yeah, we were going to Florida a lot. We played at Club La Vila. We played in Pensacola. We played at a lot of different places. We were a little mini touring thing.
Yeah.
This is but it's a level up than bands that just play around town. It's a different ball game. You're
yeah.
playing to parties. You're trying to play to big crowds. They care less about the music as much as it is the
Yep.
party, the
Right.
atmosphere.
Right.
You got to do that. You've got, if you want to make the money and play on that level
For sure.
and travel. I would like to hear, more original music and get down to earth like you're talking about. Real musicians, everybody playing a part. The first guys that taught me how to play music were playing like Pink Floyd on banjos and violins and acoustic guitars and stuff and making it work. That type of stuff would be cool.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Do you even own a banjo?
Not anymore, no.
Okay.
No, but I
Clayton, do you?
Never have. No.
do I
Do you
look
have a
like I own a
jug?
Hey, wait. Did I just miss something? Do I look like I need to play a banjo?
I was trying to figure out where that came
Like
from.
the
You brought up banjos, dude.
dude, man, it's like I can play that on a guitar. I can play it on guitar for sure. Yeah.
I can't play that. I
Yeah.
ain't never tried it, but I ain't play it.
Buddy man had a banjo. He had a 6-string banjo,
Well, that'd be a guitar.
and he moved up. Well, it was a percussion
A banjo is
instrument.
just as easy as bass. I mean, it's only 4 strings, or is it 5?
5.
Okay, same difference.
Depends what
Depends on
kind of
whose
banjo
bass.
you play.
Depends on the bass.
You can get a 6-string bass.
No,
Yeah.
no, I can't.
You can get an 8 string.
You can get a 12-string.
No, I can't. 5's plenty. Plenty.
The bass player for
That's what
Cheap
we
Trick
all- I
invented the
always mess with
12-string
Clayton
bass.
about
Yeah, I mean Doug Pinnick, the guy for Cheap Trick.
Mm-hmm.
It's like playing a 12-string guitar. He plays
It's
the
like
same way.
Yeah.
Like a 48-string dude from ZZ Top's got, ain't it? 48-string bass or something like that.
Yeah, but that was a joke. And then he said,
Yeah.
"Oh crap! Now I got to bring it out every show."
Yeah.
It's like
I
I
bet
shouldn't
that thing don't weigh but 60 pounds.
At least.
probably maybe a balsa wood.
I
Maybe.
hate to have to restring that thing.
Wonder how that guy
I wish
felt.
it was my job. Actually, can you imagine that your job is restringing shit for ZZ Top? Not a bad
Yeah, but
gig.
48 strings?
I wouldn't be mad at they.
I wouldn't
You know,
care.
I don't think they make that many different
Beats
size
what I do on the
strings for
toilet.
bass.
Right. I mean, they're having to do
They
hybrid
can't.
sets.
Yeah.
Surely.
But how do you, I don't even know that guy's name.
He was their guitar tech.
Yeah, he was just a tech. And, he's got the gig now because your buddy just died. And they didn't even stop playing.
I think they did a show in town like what, a week after dude died.
Yeah, they were at the amphitheater.
Yeah.
It's like, really? They're still going to
Who's
play?
the buddy?
Dude died like 2 days ago.
You know, they had a conversation about how things were going to go before then. At least I hope they did. I understand.
What was his
I
name?
thought that
Dusty
was
Hill?
under-
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did they know? I mean, was he sick?
Yeah. Yeah.
So they knew something was
I
coming
read
then.
something that they had a discussion that he was going to take over for some shows until he had his surgery and got back better and recuperated and all that. They weren't planning on him dying. They were just planning on him being out
Right.
for a while. So that part was already planned, as
What
I
was
understood
wrong
it.
with him?
A proverbial replace hip or something. It's the proverbial replace the hip. They get hooked on drugs and then they're off.
What? Hold up.
It's not. I'm not saying it's conspiracy theory, but I ain't saying that.
Morgan's in there. He's going to love this.
You know, it's kind of like, did Hendrix really?
Get your aluminum foil hat.
Could they have saved Hendrix? There's some people that think that they could have saved Hendrix. They wanted him to
What
die.
is it, the 27 club?
30-year-old club.
It's a 20. No, it's not 30.
29, 27.
27, I think.
I don't know.
It's 27.
I made it past it. So screw those guys.
Selling your soul.
But yeah.
Really?
Really.
I never heard that.
You never heard that?
No.
What'd you never hear? Did I say something?
Yeah.
Oh God. It was my inside voice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess. It's
I kind of wondered though, because there's a few, Tom Petty. Tom Petty. All of a sudden, he needed hip surgery too, and all of a sudden, then Prince. Come to find out, he was in a lot of pain too.
So never go for hip surgery.
I'm just saying, there's common denominators here.
These people have enough money to have the best doctors in the world. I mean, I know when it's
I
your
want
time.
the worst one. Apparently, they don't kill you.
Well, when you got that kind of money, you can get the best doctors in the world. But these people
Again.
are way too young for this kind of I mean, he died in an elevator. Prince. Yeah.
That's not loving an elevator at all.
Speaking of
not at all.
Tom Petty, I saw Stevie Nicks last year in Nashville.
And
Live?
It was the best
She's
thing
awesome.
I've ever seen live, bro.
And she's getting
Besides,
up there,
like,
but
a
she's still
Pretty Live
great.
show.
Yeah.
you say it was the best show you seen?
Yes, bro. It
I-
was
I-
disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yes.
Does that mean good?
Yes.
Oh, you kids. Man,
That's kinda like saying, "That's
so
sick."
bad, man.
That was sick.
Yeah, it was sick.
It's so sick I vomited, man.
No throwing up, bro.
Okay, that's
That's
taking
sort
it
of like
too far.
badass.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it was that bad?
Badass, yeah.
No, it was kick
Peyton,
ass.
is it everything you thought it was going to be? Is your name Peyton? Your name is Clayton.
Is Clayton still in? Is Clayton still in there?
Yes.
I'm still in here. Yeah.
I said I called him Peyton. He goes, yeah.
Well, Scott's not letting you talk, so
He's doing a fine job.
Clayton's not one to talk much, man.
I don't talk a lot. Mm-mm.
Well,
not-
he
he's
said
not
that
talking.
to
I said,
begin
this
with.
is going to be a short video, like 10, 12 minutes.
How
it's been
long-
longer.
Well, there's a lot of editing going to be involved.
You think?
Well, we're at 135.
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not going to be going much
He
longer.
don't-
By the time you edit an hour out, yeah.
35 minutes still,
Yeah.
bro.
Mhm.
Well, it'll be
35,
the Scott comedy hour.
Can we talk about beard products and do you wear any? You use any?
About what?
beard
Beard?
products and do you use
I
any?
I condition it.
Yeah.
But that's it.
With just the stuff your wife buys in the shower?
Well, just the stuff I wash my hair with. Yeah.
You don't
Beard?
buy special stuff, huh?
No.
You ever wonder why it don't get any longer?
No, it used to be long.
Mm-hmm.
But it got in the way.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What used to be long?
My beard.
Oh, your beard.
Yeah.
So it's short now.
It is short. Way shorter than it used to be.
Is that a beard or a goatee?
It's classified as a beard, but we
I
can
don't
call it
know.
a goatee type beard.
Is
I
there
don't call
anything
it
on
a
the
beard.
upper lip?
I think it's cooler
No.
for a goatee.
That's a Amish goatee.
Okay, Amish goatee.
I don't know about an Amish, but I think
Well,
it's
Amish have
I think it's
Amish.
cooler that he can grow a fucking goatee that big.
It's actually called I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to.
Come on, man.
You don't want me to say that. It was, let's just call it a bearded tea bag for lack of better phrasing.
Bearded tea bag.
Because he can just dip it in water and make tea out of it when he gets through with whatever he's using it
Yeah,
with.
yeah. A little flavor
I know
saver.
it's shirt he wears all the time. I know what he likes. what kind of hat you wearing today? Turn your hat around there for us, Clayton.
What, it's under hold on.
Yeah. It's just that simple.
It's just that simple. just that simple.
got too much shit going on.
That's it.
I got too much shit going on.
Oh man.
So Clayton, what's your credit card number?
I
I
don't have
8675309.
Yeah.
Expiration date is what?
You remember the Empire commercial from Chicago for the carpet?
Call Empire.
I remember it, but I don't remember it. Mhm.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
God, you're old.
And man, remember Leadco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leco commercials.
Uh-huh.
They
You
had
ever played
Mr.
music
Green
for a
Jeans on
commercial?
there one time, and they had they had Clower on there one time
Jerry?
too. Jerry Clower. He was also a sponsor.
You ever
All right.
done any commercials?
Who?
You.
No.
You ever thought about acting?
Why would he?
So all this is
He
not
don't
an
even
act.
like
You're
being on
for
the
real.
podcast. Why would he be an
okay.
actor in a commercial?
Yeah, no shit.
Oh, I mean a musician in a commercial, maybe.
No.
Played the music.
Nobody
for
wants a
commercial?
musician in a commercial.
No. They can pre-record that shit.
Would you rather be the whole song or just the topic?
Okay. All right, Clayton.
I don't know what.
Captain Kangaroo or Mr. Rogers?
What the fuck are they asking you?
Shit.
It's wild shit.
I'm gonna find that gooey center and get to it. I'm gonna get to
Hey, I got a few. All right. Captain Kangaroo or Mr.
Captain-
Rogers?
Captain Kangaroo.
Okay. All right. Sesame Street or Electric Company?
Sesame Street.
All right. All right, I'm
Damn,
good.
Y'all are old, bro.
Yeah.
You remember
This shit
Zoom?
wasn't on TV when I was a kid.
Is it on now?
Zoom, the runner guy.
No, Zoom used to
Land of
come.
the Lost?
You know what a
Hello?
slee stack is?
The Slee Stack?
I never watched that.
Oh, dude.
Never.
What are y'all talking about?
Dude.
I never watched that.
This must
Morgan-
have been black
Morgan.
and white shit.
No. It was in color, actually, kind of. It was like semi-color.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't great color, but neither were the TVs. No, when you get home tonight, look up on YouTube "Land of the Lost."
Land of the
And
Lost.
not the remake movie crap.
Yeah, no, the
Those
original,
shit.
Star
the
Trek
original
shit?
Saturday morning
Yeah.
show.
And what? And
Man, this shit used to I used to love it.
Yeah.
Of course, I was, I don't know, 6-7 years old,
yeah.
and you remember the thing going over the waterfall?
Oh yeah. Yeah. The
And
thing.
you watch it now. I watched it not too long ago.
I did too.
And I'm like, oh, that was horrendous.
Man, it's like the
But it
beginning
was so
of the show.
badass back then.
The theme,
CGI has come a long way.
theme music and all that. They lived in a cave and they had a thing they called a fly swatter, which was a long pole that when the Tyrannosaurus Rex would run and stick his mouth in the cave to get him, they just shoved a pole down his throat.
Oh.
It was awesome,
It's
man.
a cartoon?
No,
It was a real life
Well,
cartoon.
it
It
was-
was Saturday mornings.
it was claymation type cartoon.
No. It was real people.
No, the dinosaur was,
Oh, well,
but not the people.
I
It
don't
was
even
kind
remember
of
the
like,
dinosaur part, but the Slee Stack, that was real people.
oh
in
yeah,
a
the
costume.
sleep sack was real people and
With big eyes, aliens.
Yeah, with a big
There's a theme
fingernail.
here. There's a theme here.
Yeah,
Aliens with big eyes, but they were reptilian.
yep, reptilian. Were they trying to tell us something? 'Cause you know
That
about those
makes you wonder.
reptiles.
Might have
That's
been.
kind of like
How do you feel
what's
about
that cartoon that keeps like putting stuff out that comes true?
Family Guy?
No,
Simpsons?
Oh, the
Simpsons.
Simpsons,
The
yeah.
Simpsons.
Simpsons did it.
That's interesting.
Did it?
Now
They
that I
also
think
talk
back
about
on
a
it,
reptilian race in the Simpsons.
Now that I think back on it, I'm wondering if they've been trying to tell us this for 50 years
You
I
remember?
mean, I think we're
or
all
hinting at
you
it.
remember those
living
cheesy
in a
movies we used to have to
sandbox.
we watched?
Well, you remember how
Running Man, Red Dawn, all that.
how sophisticated Star Wars when it first came out, and you were just like, or no, even the Jetsons,
What about them?
like the Jetsons.
the cartoon, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so few. I mean, we were kids. Man, we were 5,
I
6,
mean, I don't
7
think we're
years
that
old.
far from the Jetsons right now.
Well,
I mean,
well,
I
that's
see
what I'm saying.
YouTubers that have robots
No.
in their
That's what I'm
houses
saying.
right
No,
now.
they-
I can remember watching that thing as a kid, going, "Wow, that kind of stuff will never happen,"
It's happening, bro.
and it's happening.
I was convinced we were going to be in flying cars by now. I
Well,
gave
there
up
are
on that
flying
shit a while
cars, really.
back.
Kind of.
Then again, I wanted to grow up to be a Muppet one day, but they canceled the show and dashed my damn plans.
Man, Kermit left, bro.
The building.
Kermit's a reptilian.
He is.
Kind of.
He's a frog. He's a reptile.
Yeah, exactly.
What's green?
Actually,
Smells
they're
like
amphibians.
He's got big
I
eyes
was waiting
too.
for somebody to say that.
Okay, fine. I
They're
did. it.
amphibians. What'd you say?
What's green and smells like pork?
A frog?
Kermit the
eggs.
Frog's little finger.
Green
What?
eggs and ham.
Say it again.
Kermit the Frog's big finger.
And smells
Oh.
pork. Gotcha. At first I was like, smells like pork. Oh, I gotcha.
Smells like Miss Peggy.
Yeah, I've been in Miss Piggy's.
What?
What did one lesbian frog say to another lesbian frog?
I don't know.
You're right. We do taste like chicken.
Wow.
Oh, dude, I had some frog
Well, you know,
legs.
you do? Go
I
ahead.
had some like last weekend. God, dude, they were so good. From Pins and Forest.
You ever been frog gigging?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's that's
Dude,
that's
I
fun.
stay on the river when
The
it's
only thing
hot.
is I'm weird about I'll clean deer, rabbit, whatever, but frogs I played with way too many as a kid, and I just can't bring myself to do it.
What, clean them?
Yeah, man.
Why?
If I clean them, I won't eat them, man.
Hell
It's just
yeah.
something about it. You know, like I say, it's every other animal's fine. It's just frogs. I just play with too many. I know the smell, and they look like little old men when you pull their pants down. You know,
No.
when you
Scott, were you with us when we used to catch the crawdads in the ditches?
oh hell yeah, we just kept a 5-gallon buckets
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the bacon and a string.
We had some cool techniques to catch them too.
Yeah.
It's amazing what we could come up with back then.
You just
But
t-
I never would have thought
With
20,
bacon.
30 years later that people would be eating that shit.
exactly.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to catch them down there.
When the water was high in the ditch, you could take like a plank, a board,
Mhm.
like a
It's called
Like
wood,
wood,
Kevin.
two. No, it's not that. It's like it's like not a 2x4, but a 2x8,
Yeah,
and it might be 4, 5, 6 feet long, and you could take a stick. The board would float on the water, obviously, and then you could take a stick and just push it straight down to the bottom of the ditch, and then let it come up, and the crawdads would be sitting on top of it.
mm-hmm.
Huh.
I don't know why they did that, but they did. We would take
Well, no, they didn't get on it. It was the circulation of the water as you push it down
yeah.
that would make them
Okay.
roll over onto the board as it come back up.
But there's also a lot of water ran in a lot of ditches that doesn't run no more. We played in a lot of
Well,
Well,
ditches.
Jackson don't have water anymore.
The water went away around the 80s, man.
So what is it now?
Was what?
Water.
Well,
Mud.
it's just I think it's just dried up. I mean,
The
I can't explain
infrastructure's
it.
gone, bro.
Oh, I know.
So,
I
so
remember
the,
the infrastructure.
So the ditches are waterless now.
Yeah, basically. At least
Unless
in
it
my
rains.
my old neighborhood. That one creek that went through Queens Lanes, that went through ours, and then went through the golf course and went on up under 220 and keeps on going to wherever.
I never followed it.
Oh, we went the whole route. We used to catch brim in there. We caught alligator snapping turtle babies. Different kind of turtle babies. They were reproducing. Crawfish, all kind of frogs and stuff. And they built some low-income housing apartments right there, and they started dumping all their detergents and stuff, and just ruined the ecosystem of that
Yeah, all
creek.
the turtles.
Yeah, we would literally every day as
Oh, the
kids
baby
we'd go down
turtles.
there and play and catch.
Oh, the baby turtles. I don't remember that creek, but
Oh, I do.
I mean, we had the creek in the woods, like kind of by my house, by the railroad tracks. If you're back behind Gary and
Oh
Kevin
yeah,
McDaniels,
yeah, man, Kevin. Yeah, I stayed in that one
man,
too.
we stayed in them woods, and there were some
Exactly.
cool creeks back there with these vines that you could just swing the creeks.
Oh,
Oh, it was awesome.
Kevin, let me tell you. We went over there and we made a trek going to Cook's Lake. Okay.
Yeah, Cook's Lake. Yeah.
All right. Now, whenever they stripped all that to make Metro Center, they took the topsoil off. So all the runoff from that area made these gigantic, small, I don't know, look like Grand Canyons, but it had water coming, like from small Niagara Falls rather. But it was all clay, and it made clay pools, and it would be deep as me, and we'd just go out there and swim and stuff certain times of the year in spring when it rained a lot.
In clay?
Yeah, it was all clay because it washed they took all the topsoil, so all was left was this clay over there.
That
So it
reminds me
held
of
water.
quicksand.
Well, there was that clay quicksand stuff too. You remember?
Quicksand was a fear of mine back in the early days.
Yep.
You'd
It used to
step
scare
off-
me to death.
You'd step off in that stuff too. It was
never
that
experienced
clay
it.
and go up to your hips.
I hadn't
in
either,
it.
but that was always a fear because they'd show it on TV. And
All the
But it's like
time.
big swimming holes we'd go to. But
yeah, you don't hear anything about quicksand anymore. But back in the day when we were kids, you'd see people on TV in
was-
quicksand and they couldn't get out.
It was a fad.
They were just sinking.
It was just a fad.
quicksand doesn't have to be wet. It could be in the desert. The same
Nobody
exact
said
thing.
it was wet. It's quick.
But they always had it like it was just wet, and they're always going through the woods and fall off into quicksand.
get
you
out.
can't get out. They keep grabbing the vine, and the vine breaks.
It's muddy.
Right.
Yeah,
Somebody saves them at the last second.
yeah.
Damsel in distress.
You know, it's all fine and dandy. Somebody falls in the freaking quicksand.
Yep.
You
They
know?
step right into it.
Then the clowns come and they started, eating and feeding and stuff, and I hate it.
How deep you figured that stuff was?
Probably at least a foot over your head.
At
Yeah,
least,
always a foot over your head.
At least. It always was.
Clayton, do you have a favorite cover song to play?
Yeah, Clay, you want to be in the conversation?
Is Clayton still in there?
I think so.
My drink's getting low. Done get low. No. I don't.
Just all of them?
Just all of them. Yeah. Most of them.
Do you have any you don't like to play? That you have to play?
That you're willing to talk about?
That you can say the name of?
I don't.
It's
know.
sort of like if somebody said, Kevin, what song would you just not want to play? It would have to be something like Mustang Sally.
Or Brown Eyed Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those.
That should be
those
I'm
exact
wondering
ones.
So basically, I answered them for you.
Yes.
Okay.
You just set me out to figure out the name of them because I don't really know the names of nothing. So,
Yeah, he'll tell you that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know the name. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
that's the one.
Do you have a certain key you don't want to play in?
Standard now.
Yeah. Most of the music I play, we normally tune, flat, just because.
You tune flat, out of key?
Yeah, out of key.
Okay.
I tune them all different.
I
You
sometimes
tune
like
each string different?
Yeah.
Okay.
We play mostly
Some sharp, some flat.
standard
Exactly.
two-lane highway.
Exactly.
I always just try to stay in
That's
tune.
why the name Two Lane Highway. That makes
In
sense
tune's
now.
It's good tuning
Just
for me.
Clayton's like all out of tune.
Exactly. Oh.
I tell you one
Okay.
thing I did do one time here lately is I tuned to an open E on one of my guitars. That was actually kind of fun. I understand it a
open
lot
E?
more. Yeah, just an open E.
That one string.
No, the whole guitar is an open E chord.
It's a bunch of E's.
Yeah, no, well,
E's and B's.
it don't work like
E,
that.
B, E.
The one time I want to be
B,
serious, and
B,
y'all just take a, whatever.
You got to try
one
open
time.
G.
We can do that too. You know how you do it, right?
Yeah, I know exactly how to do it.
Okay. How you
But do I
it?
ever do it? No,
How do you do it?
because I can't play Man in the Box in that key, in that tuning.
And what G?
Open G. Open G.
Wait, Man in the Box is in open G?
No,
Oh,
that's what I'm
Cannot
saying.
play
I
it.
cannot
Not
play
anymore.
it. I cannot play it in open G.
okay. Do you know how to tune? Do you know how to tune to an open G?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. How do you do it?
with my tuning keys.
You got to
Okay.
turn. You got to turn them things.
Okay.
You got to turn them things till it sounds right.
Wow. Nice. So, well, you've got like apart from all that, you got to balance the family with all this band stuff going on too, right? So you got.
You got to be Matthew's daddy.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
kids have you had that play music now?
Matthew, he's he plays drums in a few of my bands, but
Yeah, Matthew Pell. In case anybody
yeah,
knows what we're
Pell's
talking
Pals.
about. Yeah.
that's
yeah.
a non-ACDC tribute band. That's
Right.
what that was.
The anti.
Anti.
ACDC.
Yeah.
Come to Hell's Bells.
Right.
Yeah, he's drummer in Tom Barnes Trio and I Know Right, in Emergency 9. But he also plays with Common Courtesy.
Right. I've seen him with Common Courtesy
Yep.
and Emergency 9, actually.
Yeah.
And how old's Matthew?
28.
And he's got how many kids?
3.
3. Has he not figured out what's causing this?
I tried to explain it to him. I think it
You
worked
had that talk,
finally.
right?
Yeah.
I think he also had that problem too.
I think he got it fixed. I think he figured out what the problem was, and was handling that. So, yeah.
Matthew, we're just playing with you, man.
You do have a kid that doesn't play music, don't you?
It took me 2 tries to figure it out.
That me too. Joseph, he can he plays a little guitar. I mean,
Okay.
he don't play with anybody, but
Yeah.
Wait a minute, you got another son?
yeah.
How old is he?
He'll be 30 Monday. I
Happy
don't even know what the
birthday.
date is, but yeah, the 27th.
What's his name?
Joseph.
Joseph. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Joseph.
Yay.
Where's he at?
Richland.
He's around
Okay.
here. He
He's
comes to
close.
some shows.
He's nearby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he's
comes
close.
out to some shows and stuff.
Does
he
he?
just don't play with anybody.
Yeah.
I've never.
Oh, we probably know
Heard of him.
if you've seen him then, right?
You've probably you met him before.
Okay.
He was like this tall.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. That's when he said, "Get out of my house.
Yeah.
You can't play. You
Take
can't
all
play
your-
nothing but a D chord. We only use that one
Drop
time.
D.
A drop D, and you ain't got it. Your guitar's locked down. You get. Say that one time. You get.
You get.
That's it. That was the voice.
That was probably me. Yeah, that said that. Yeah, if I had to guess.
Well, I thought y'all discovered the band.
But you don't live at that house
That was
no more.
the
Oh, and I burned it down for no
That was
damn
like the-
reason. Then. Oh
No,
shit.
yeah, that was somebody else.
Oh,
That was
shit.
That was like
man,
the
ain't
godly
that.
blessings or whatever, right?
No, that was way before that.
It's a weird world, isn't it, Clayton? You live long enough.
Small world, yeah.
Oh, okay, that too.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, I guess live long enough. It is so weird. I figured that out tonight.
Yeah, I wish you would have let me know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I want to. Now I really want to play with you again. You know,
Wow.
I'm trying to
Clayton.
redeem myself.
Wow. You want to do what to yourself?
I was talking about play music with them again and redeem myself.
Oh, okay.
I think
You don't think
I think
he'll
y'all took that another direction.
You don't think he'll tell you to get this time?
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
probably know
will.
him now. I probably know him now. So
He'd be more politely like, you know,
Yeah.
like,
maybe you ought to
dude,
get
man,
along. You
yeah.
know.
Get along.
Get along, little doggy.
Yeah. That was it, man.
Oh.
That exactly right there.
Yeah,
Just cut that and make that a sound.
that's it. I want that to be my ringtone. But, I mean, Clayton's my spirit animal anyway. Might as well be.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the first things you said to me, you don't remember, huh? Wow. I mean,
Well, yeah.
after
that was a long time ago.
no, one of the first
Yeah,
things
yeah.
you said to me, like this time around, when you were playing with Shatterframe, I'd seen you a couple times. No, you're just really appreciative of my pictures and stuff one time, and most people never just said anything to me
Oh,
about
no,
shit
bro,
like
you
that.
always take some badass
You
pictures.
know, and you've always been a really cool player and an approachable guy to talk to,
I
man.
appreciate that.
Really enjoyed all the bands you've been in, man. I could say I say it over again. I'd like to see Shatterframe do something again one day.
Slatterframe?
Yeah, Slatterframe.
Frank.
It's the muscle relaxers are starting to work now, so you know I shouldn't have drank as many.
I'm not slurring tonight yet,
Yeah,
but we're not going to be going much longer, so I'm not going to slur.
right. Yes, I wanted to get that in there. That you're really cool, and I really appreciate all these
appreciate
years,
that.
man. Because we've always supported each other and what we've done.
Yes,
you know?
sir. Yes, sir.
Well,
I
dude,
appreciate
going forward for sure. That's why I wanted to get you on here to let people see, and talk to you because you're like
See
a
that
little
you are-
legend.
You're real.
You
know?
are real.
You're not
man.
just a
Yeah.
legend.
it. I'm
You're,
not just a name.
you're alive in the flesh.
Yeah.
He's a real person
Yeah.
with feelings.
Let me know you
Yeah.
want some help working on the hearse. Get that going, man. I'm a gearhead. I can work on some stuff. Sometimes.
You'll see him out and about a good bit with Two Lane Highway.
I
this year.
sure would like to do that.
When's the next gig there?
Our first gig there is at Ratliff on the. Let me
And
see.
it like March something.
March 14th.
Okay. Let's go with that one.
It's March 14th.
Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday?
I believe it's a
Yes.
Friday.
Yes. Friday, Saturday.
You said
yes.
Ratliff?
Yep. Ratliff
Wow, it's
Ferry.
been a while since I've been up there.
It's
Hey,
still the same place.
Yeah,
Same place.
Okay.
Well,
still a cool.
Yeah,
Place.
it's in the same area.
I think the only real big change they've made in the last couple years is they moved the outside stage to the inside.
But it's still outside.
Do they have an outside stage now?
Not
No.
anymore.
Sorry.
Bless
it's,
you.
it's kind of on the
Bless
deck.
you with 1,000 fleas
You know.
of different camels right in your own
But it's
pits.
technically an inside stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did away with the outside stage.
So what's there?
They had the inside stage there, and they brought the outside stage right here and put it right next to it. So they made a dance floor, picnic table area
Outside.
beside the stage. No, it's not out. They closed everything in now.
Okay.
Well,
All
for
right.
the winter,
So they built a structure.
for the winter they have everything closed in. They got all this stuff, but I mean, there's
Things and whatnot.
the curtains on the where the open parts of the porch are.
Mhm.
But on the bottom they also have ram board for the winter, so the air doesn't come up. But they built a door by the stage where you can come in and out to load in and out, not just that little door anymore.
That is a pretty easy load in
Yeah.
So that's much better than somewhere else I know.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all closed in now, and they don't have an outside area for music there anymore.
Because they had like a big trailer or some kind of big something built out there.
What?
It was that used to be like an outside stage.
Yeah,
Mhm.
at
Yeah,
Ratliff.
yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
That platform right beside the stage now, though, is what they cut that off of the big stage and did away with the rest of it.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's where we'll be March 14th.
This the full band?
That'll be the full band.
Cool.
So,
That's going to be either on a Friday or a Saturday.
Yes.
yeah, it's probably going to be a Friday, I believe. But if it's a Friday, it'll start at 7.
So it's the 14th or 15th.
No, it's the 14th.
Okay.
Whatever
But that's
they-
Friday
that's
or
on-
Saturday.
Yeah.
So we're not sure.
Not sure.
It's going to be a Friday.
Y'all want me to
pretty
check?
sure.
Well, they got calendars. I mean,
Pretty sure.
If you
it's
do the
Friday.
I got
math-
one on my phone.
I think you can do the math and figure it
You
out.
could probably
from month
say,
to
"Hey
month.
Siri, what day is?"
Yeah,
you know?
for real. Hey Siri, I'm too lazy to do math.
Yeah. I don't know if math would help you out on that.
Only if you're doing like
Not Magnolia math.
no, not math. I know.
Mm-mm.
I like the Farrakhan math made easy myself.
Farrakhan.
Math made
Did
easy.
you look?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
It's
What?
Friday. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I didn't. Look.
So you're not sure,
I'm almost positive it's Friday.
but that's not 100%. You're
That's ca-
almost.
What we
positive.
doing?
100% is the
It's-
14th.
It's kind of like we're
It
arguing if the
is-
light goes off in the refrigerator, but not actually doing
It is
anything
a
to figure it
Friday.
out.
It is a
Just
Friday.
look at the freaking calendar.
You ever tried to catch that?
Google it.
Yeah.
It is a Friday.
I can remember trying to catch that when I was a kid.
Didn't work out.
It did not.
Mm-mm.
And that's the truth.
I hear Billy.
Ratliff, 7 p.m.
We just kicked Billy out of the room.
March
Well,
14th.
I heard him screaming.
March 14th,
Oh, I see him now.
Friday,
Friday.
Sweet.
March 14th.
7 p.m.
So it's 100% of Friday.
7 to 11. Yep.
So basically, the middle of the month on Friday.
Is it 8 to 12 or 7 to
7
11?
to 11. Fridays.
7 till 11.
Fridays.
That's odd.
Yeah.
That's
What time do they close?
12.
7
So
till.
they leave an hour after the band.
Well, only on Fridays.
Man, that's a lot of time. How long is your breaks?
15 minutes.
That's it.
How many?
You can barely go to the bathroom.
2, 3, maybe.
Probably 3-ish.
There's a lot of ifs in this stuff.
Yeah, ish is, you know. Mhm.
Clayton, it's been fun having you on, brother.
Yes, sir, it has.
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it.
Man, it's been fun having you on. It's also been a pleasure having Morgan with us.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Morgan,
Morgan.
he may be joining the team.
I'll
Yeah.
be back.
Yep. Morgan Stevens, Clayton Pell. That's who we had tonight.
Hell's Pals.
Hell's
Hells
Pals.
Clayton Two Shoes Pell.
fails.
You know, actually, I wore two shoes to work accidentally when I worked at Ameristar. I show up on the stage. Well, at least they were both black.
You wore 2 different shoes?
Two different black shoes.
No.
He wore a
But
Nike
they're-
and a Converse.
Yeah, one was a dress shoe and one was a tennis shoe.
I usually wear 2
And
shoes
so the
every
director
day.
looked at me and noticed it about the same time I did. And right off the top of my head, I was like, oh, I got an ingrown toenail and this shoe's more comfortable. But they're, it's just like that.
It was a
total,
lie.
That was total bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. And they
Yeah.
bought it. Anyway.
It wouldn't have mattered if they did or not.
In the mix of things, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
you got on shoes.
Yeah.
Well, who's going to take us out here? Is it going to be Scott? Is it
Well,
going
I
to
guess we
be, is it
shot
gonna
the
be
shit.
Morgan?
We shot the shit with Clayton Pell.
Yeah, we did. We STS'd.
Absolutely.
Who's taking us out?
I don't know how to take us out.
All right, Morgan, it's all you, buddy.
You don't know how to take us
We
out?
just threw you out to the
We're putting you on the spot.
Yeah, we're just putting you on the spot.
Well, I guess we have shot the shit with Clayton Pell, and you've
Scott.
seen me and Scott, and you've heard Kevin,
You heard him. Yeah.
and I guess we'll see you next time on STS.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Later.
Like and subscribe, comment. Let us know your thoughts as long as they're good. And we'll see you next time. Say good night, Scott.
Good night, Scott.
Say good night, Clayton.
Good night, Clayton.
Morgan,
Good night, folks.
you're supposed to say good night, Morgan.
Good night, Morgan.
All right. Good night.
Later.
See you.
That was fun.